Alright, yo, what's up guys? I'm Alpha Delete and welcome to today's Stellaris game where we are continuing the Empire of Feathers playthrough with our avian species who started with the common ground origins, and now we're trying to see if we can soar above all other species. And so let's go ahead and jump over here to our game and check out our current situation now. We left off entering the final years of my presidential term of our holy covenant empire, and here is our empire right here. And so everything that's kind of like in this baby bluish area, this kind of funky looking border we have here, this is going to be my empire. And right now our main objective one is to remain president of this holy covenant, and we may be going to war against the Union of Havenstar. They've declared us a rival in this game, but on the right side of this galaxy, most of these empires are in an alliance or some sort of friendlier state than the left side. Now we are playing on a ring galaxy, and so we are kind of squeezed in a little bit, but for the most part we are going to be taking a further look here at our empire. And so for starters, let's go ahead and check out our governing ethics and civics, and we're going to start by looking at the ethics here. We are a xenophile species. All right, and so we are pretty friendly with the other species. We are fanatic spiritualists as well, and so we don't condone robots or machine-like species or cybernetics and things like that. And so that is something we'll be keeping in mind a little bit later on in the game. For our civics, we're going with diplomatic corps and functional architecture. The first gives me extra envoys to use to communicate with other species, or maybe have more operations go on throughout my game, but I'm using them mostly for diplomacy right now. And the excuse me guys, I can't talk right now. The functional architecture will be decreasing district and building cost and giving us one extra building slot on our planets. And so those are our two civics there. We have our leader. This is not our leader here. Here, let's go to our government. And so our leader, this is our first leader and our only leader that we've had so far in this run, Starwing Gur. And so they've been doing a wonderful job keeping our empire head over water right now. And we have a renowned paragon, Nasus Demitor. And so this character's been pretty cool. He has some pretty cool bonuses as well. And yeah, here's the council and the agendas that we have. We launched the military buildup where we last left off, and now we are beginning to expand the council one size wider. And so outside of that, that's my empire. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to tune in, like, and subscribe, please. I would appreciate the support. And let's get this journey on the way. And so, yo, USM popping in to say hey and have a great stream. Thank you for stopping by and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. If you're not going to be hanging out here much longer, hopefully you have a good one. And yo, let's change and turn on our hyperlanes here. All right, so a couple of things we want to look at. Where I remember leaving off is that we had some fleets. Oh yeah, we have one fleet here and the other is all the way up here. And right now I've been kind of using our ships to go around and destroy some of the alien, either it be mining drones or Tenyanki, any kind of hostile species that are preventing us from expanding our borders. We are trying to take them out right away. And so I'm seeing here that I got my current fleets. This is Team Bravo. I got Team Alpha currently sitting in my home system. We're going to send them forward, and in this, I'm going to call it the Anna system. It looks like we got a couple of drones. Now, these drones have been kind of spread out through my game here a bunch for a while, and some of them were giving us some problems before, but we're going to go ahead and finally squash the rest of these. And I didn't realize my borders connected here. I feel like there's something new here, or I'm not sure, but let's grab all of our fleets for starters, and we're going to move them in this system before we enter there, because I want to gather my fleets and make sure that we are attacking at maximum capacity. Now, we're going to take a look at our Federation next, and here is our level 3 Federation. Now, I literally have 1 year, all right? 1 year to remain president of this Federation, and then my term is up. Now, there's one way that I can remain president, and that's if I declare war right away, but the other members of the galaxy will have to vote on this as well. And so I think I literally have like less than a month right now. I want to reach out and see. It looks like these guys they have a belligerent diplomacy stance. And so this is the empire that I was trying to declare war against. And you know what? We don't have a claim against them. So here, let me see if I can maybe claim one of their systems. And let's see what we can work out here. And so we're gonna go to our claims button. Here, there is a potentially habitable world in this system. And so we'll go ahead and make a claim on that. And let's see what our federation, what our members of our federation would say about us declaring war against this empire. And so this is a claim war, and we're doing this so that we can see if we can remain president of our federation. Hopefully this does not ruin all of us total. And here we go. And so declaring war has been proposed to the federation members. We have a couple here. Some of them are my subjects as well, as I'm an overlord. We're going to vote yes, and here we go. The moment of truth. Will we remain president from declaring war on this empire? And we'll see what they say here in a moment. Oh no! And it was too late. And so we've already declared, or we've already initiated a vote to declare war, but now here they are. There's a new president, the blessed Etherian state. And so this was one of the empires that we started the common ground origins with. They're a little weaker than this, but I think we can go back to our laws now. And look at that. We can change the succession term back down to 10 years. And so unfortunately, we are not going to be able to remain president of the Holy Covenant, but no worries. We will try to work our way back into becoming president once again. And here we have voted yes to change those succession years to 10. All right, and so now we're at war. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at war with the Union of Havenstar, and I'm going to jump back over here. And since we're at war, you know what? I'm not the president now. I'm going to go ahead and make some claims on the species that we just prepared, or we just went to war with. And so I'm going to jump over here to the claims tab once again, and here is another potentially habitable world. It is a size 21 ocean planet, and really that's all I can kind of see right now. Now I got 500 influence. We're going to put that to use, and we're going to make claims on these systems as well. And now, like I said, we're just going to kind of wait here and see what happens. Now, they have no other way of getting to my borders other than traveling. They can't travel this way because this gray border right here is a fallen empire, the Custodian Matrix. They're ancient caretakers, and I can imagine it's probably not going to be the best idea to try to travel through this way. They'll have to either go through my vassals here, or these two borders that I have. Actually, I have 3 systems, and they all should have defensive. Actually, you know what? Let's get these prepared. I'm going to add defensive weapons and buildings and modules to this, as well as hangar bays. Even though we have a ton of food right now, we'll maybe be looking to sell that or just generating some upkeep. But yeah, for now, let's go ahead and move our fleets to the border. And so it is wartime, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the second war that my empire and our federation together have been in. And it's wonderful because the way I have this set up is that I have some vassals who I made our agreements set up so that we will not be involved in any of their wars. Or no, they don't have to join in my wars. But since they are in the... Uh-oh. Holy moly. Oh, okay. I think we're still good here. I thought my game just straight up crashed for a second. I think we had a skip. Guys, let me know if we are still in this thing. Okay, good. I think everything's still solid. Holy moly, I don't know what that was, but yo, yeah, we have these borders up right now, and just making sure everything's good. It looks like we're still okay. Yeah, we are now moving our fleets in this direction though, so that just in case they do decide to attack, we will be ready. But right now, I'm seeing no signs of alien activity, and so we're actually going to move our fleets in our subjects' borders now. And let's see. Let me see here. Can we get our ships together? Yes, we can. And we're going to move them right here. And so this system, again, we will be preparing our defenses for. Let's check out the Federation again and see how things have changed here. So pretty much, it looks like everything's pretty much set the same. Again, this is what we wanted. We wanted the term year to be set to 10 years now, which is great. Outside of that, the rest of this, I'll pretty much let the other members vote on if they want to. But the next target law that we want to go for is, well, first we want to increase the level of this federation to level 4. And if I head back over here to my laws, I believe, yes, in order to pass this high federation centralization law, we will have to have that level 4 federation level. So that's the next plan. And then after that, we're going to change the succession type to the strongest. And I believe we can change the category that whoever is the strongest in what category remains the leader of our our holy covenant here. And so outside of that, though, we'll come back to this as we level up, or if we get closer to another election. Here we got the ceramo metal infrastructure technology that gives me 1 extra building slot on my planets. And since I can imagine that the galactic community is going to be probably popping up here in a little bit, we're gonna go with that Xeno diplomacy next, and that's going to give me some extra diplomatic weight as well. Outside of that, though, let's see where our science ship is here. This is my renowned Paragon, and right now I've been using them primarily to research any kind of anomalies, projects, or excavating dig sites. And so I'm just going to start them up on a path there and queue them up and have them go ahead and survey and continue doing their thing. Outside of that, though, we have a couple of dig sites here. We have the Empress Motel. This is from the kleptomaniac rats. We are soon to be close to fully excavating that whole situation there. And look at this, our subjects. Is this our Federation fleet? No, our subjects, they're pushing ahead right away. And so we're gonna go ahead and follow behind them. I got 2 of my fleets already inbound, but here we go. We got some action here. Let's see what's happening. And so our vassals are going into the fight first. They are slightly outnumbered, and their fleets have retreated. And so fortunately for us, we do have some reinforcements on the way, but holy moly, we are entering this game straight up at war right now, and we need to help our allies here. And so I'm going to move my fleets right at the border here, and once I see that the ships have stopped moving, we're then going to move them all at once to enter this system and stop them. It looks like they're not even attacking the base yet, and so there we go. One system is in position. I know that here because it's saying that the ship is currently not moving, and we'll see how long it takes for the next one to get there. Should be here in any due time. I have reinforcements on the way as well. My other fleet's still a little bit behind, and so we're gonna crank the speed up here so that they can catch up. And hopefully it won't be too late here. They looks like the AI is still not attacking this base here, and I'm not sure what exactly the enemy is doing, but it looks like they have not decided to push forward yet. We got some mining station output here, and so next up for engineering technology, we're gonna go with that plate steel armor. A lot of our ships are running a full armor build, or at least just mostly armor, and maybe just like in this case here, a lot of my ships only have like 3 component slots, and so one of them will be made for shield and the rest will be all armor. Now for my archaeological dig site, we're gonna take a look at the kleptomaniac rats, and starting the stream off with the Empress's ribbon. Now the archaeologists are preparing to leave when they happened upon a large hidden chamber cluttered with artifacts. Now guys, what's happening with this dig site right now is that we found a world that just has junk everywhere. I'm talking skyscrapers worth of junk, and over time we found like some notes leading to apparently this rat planet. These rats had a special relic of some sort, some kind of special object that we're trying to get down to the bottom of. And yeah, it says that in this hidden chamber, there's cluttered with artifacts, gnawed bones, and substantial amount of flesh slobber. Yuck. This is a filthy world too. Now, they're under a used royal nose swab on a 4-legged table of a carving of face they confirm was indeed funny, sat the rubricator, maker of thingamajigs. Now, right there, it was supposed to be a tiny, insignificant looking cube spewing out continuous streams of artifacts. Now, the rubricator is a replicator, an ingenious alien invention that can make endless copies of just about any artifact as soon as it is ours. Now, the planetside team will begin a journey back to the safety of the ship. Thankfully, we will never know what attacked the hoarders. And so we say excellent, and then we'll come back to the next chapter of that situation. Now, speaking of next chapter of that situation, this is why I did not allow my renowned Paragon to research this situation. Now, after we looked at this rubricator, it says that a snarling, hissing fiend has appeared out of the void. And guys, that fiend is right here. This guy right here in the background. It says that with one swipe of her giant talons, she snatched the archaeology shuttle, carrying the excavation team and the rubricator back to the gust probing eye, bending it open and prying the rubricator from within. And so this massive dragon found our science ship, took the rubricator from us, and now it says that it seems we have finally had the pleasure or the displeasure of meeting the hoarding rat's assailant. And so the dragon must have been attracted by their countless treasures and made her nest within the royal palace, feasting upon the bodies. Perhaps she was on the prowl from the observed from afar as we excavated the ruins, waiting for the right moment to strike. and it says that she appears to be growling something in our general direction. Now, we got two options here. We can translate her alien noises, or we can engage in evasive maneuvers. And I'm going to try to engage evasive maneuvers. And so I'm not sure if, I think she went for the base first, but okay, cool. My science ship did manage to escape, thank goodness. Here is my head of research, the Plume of Skydive. This is my scientist here. Hey, great stream. What ascension path are we going to take in this playthrough? That I'm not sure, but at the looks of it, it looks like right now, time leak, one of our options currently are the psionics. And so we're playing with a Holy Covenant Federation right now. And I think that may be our best bet, but we're gonna wait and see. I haven't gotten there just yet. Also, by the way, welcome to the stream. We have our leader here that has a veteran level that has been reached, and we got a couple of options. I think I'm gonna go with the analyst, since this gives me a plus 50% assist research efficiency. And there's not a whole lot left in the galaxy for us to survey or research right now, or at least for this scientist. And so I would rather spend their last remaining years assisting and researching on planets. Now, Time Leak did bring up our ascension path here. Guys, let's take a quick look at our society management. Here are the current traditions that we have selected for this empire. We are about to complete the diplomacy tradition tree in 2 months, actually. And so we'll look at our next ascension perk here in a second. The expansion tree is already completed, and the supremacy tree has already been completed. And so here in a bit, we're gonna be working on knocking out this next tradition here, and then we'll come back and look at our ascension perks. But for now, for ascension perks, we went with technological ascendancy first to get that extra research speed bonus, and then we got that grasp of the void. And so this gave me an extra 5 star base capacity. Right now I can build 10 total star bases here, and I think it's like that right now because we have our fortify the border. No, diplomatic grants edict active at the moment. And so, you know, we're going to go ahead and activate fortifying the border as well. And that's going to put me at another 2 extra starbase capacity, putting me at 12 now. But that's not the main reason why, though. I want to be able to upgrade my ships, or not my ships, but my starbases a little bit faster. And so with these buildings on here, we'll be definitely getting all that stuff prepared. Right now, though, we're still keeping an eye on the fleets over here. My fleets are still traveling. We got about a few more systems to go before we get ready to push into this empire's borders. Now, they are still not attacking. I'm not sure what is going on here, but yo, here it is. We have a tradition. But before we get to that, let's look at our next dig site. So we just completed the Kleptomaniac Rats archaeological dig site. We got to defeat that dragon to get the rubricator back. But now we have the Get Inside archaeological dig site. And so this one says that landing teams were sent down to the surface of a planet with this with a strange excavation or an anomaly or some sorts, and captured our first close range look at the world and its windswept deserted cities. Now, they are old, weathered by exposure and neglect, but mostly intact with no signs of destruction. Of the inhabitants, there is no trace. So where did these species go? Where did the civilization, what in the world just happened? And so the only plausible theory at present is that some sort of mass migration or evacuation took place. Now, we still have yet to determine what could compel an entire species to abandon everything they built and ever known. Yo, what's going on, Hover Jr.? What's up, dude? Love the stream. Yo, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm not being delete. I play a lot of Stellaris here. And so, yeah, if you guys are just now stopping by, I like to really go in on my playthroughs. I like the story aspect of the game a lot. Kind of play a little, I'm not going to say meta style, but I try to learn things as I play and get better playthrough by playthrough. But overall, though, I have a lot of fun just kind of role playing as my empire here. And so if you like long form content, I like to just kind of really dive deep into these playthroughs and experiment around. You're in the right place. And so thank you for stopping by here today. We're just now looking at this dig site. And now, yes, here I have my my renowned Paragon taking over. The story is better than the movies, in my opinion. Yo, I know when I'm watching like any kind of sci-fi movie or show, I was like, look, that's Stellaris right there. And so, yeah. So here, we got another tradition available. We're to finish the diplomacy tradition with the final, with the final tradition point here. And so the intent coordination here says that perhaps the most important purpose of any successful interstellar federation is the mutual defense of its members. Now, we have an obligation to contribute as much as we can. Now, this right here is massive because now we'll be able to contribute, or at least our Federation naval capacity contribution is being increased by 100%. And so when we need to, you know, add more ships to the Federation, that's going to give us a huge bonus in that category there. And so we're gonna go ahead and select this. And on top of that, it completes this tradition tree. And so the finisher effect of the diplomacy tradition tree says that adapting all traditions in this tree will give me an extra 10% diplomatic weight, 1 additional envoy, and 1 extra Ascension perk. Now, before we get to this Ascension perk, let's look at our new follower here, Hover Jr. Hover, I now grant you the status of Alpha, the energy of Yang, and the ability to delete all elites. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to our Stellaris stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. And yo, let's keep this bad boy going. And so we're now going to take a look at our 3rd Ascension perk here. And we got a couple of options. We have a couple of really good options I'm seeing right now. I'm thinking I'm going to either lead into shared destiny or, oh man, so many good choices here. I can't decide. They're all, we don't have any mercenary enclaves just yet. And so maybe we could either go for some more, we could go for some more pop amenity usage. You know what? I think I'm gonna try out the shared destiny. And so this one I haven't played with as much. It says that as we reach for even greater heights, we must not leave behind those who have loyally served us. The glorious future of our empire was always meant to be a shared destiny. And with us playing the Common Ground Origin, I feel like this could not be a even truer Ascension perk for our empire to pick. And so this gives me an extra 2 available envoys. And then it says that our subjects do not suffer monthly loyalty penalties from me having multiple subjects. Now, I currently have two subjects right now. We will go ahead and accept that. And then we'll come back to our traditions and things like that later. And so right here is one of my subjects, and the other is the Enlightened Kingdom of Deneb. And so these guys down here, they belong to us. Now, it looks like their loyalty is starting to take a slight dip, but their opinion of us is still pretty freaking high right now. And there's not much they can really do to break that contract, because we are milking them for all of the resources they have. And so, again, my fleets now are about 2 systems away from the borders here. We're trying to get them to catch up, and it looks like our subjects are taking the fight to them once again. And they have defeated their fleets. Holy moly. Yo, our subjects coming in clutch. And so we are on the way here, and we're going to be getting ready to attack here in just a little bit. But another faction has been founded. Now let's take a quick look at these. We have 2 factions currently. One is the Alliance of Spiritualists, and the new one is the Xeno Equality Network. Now, the Alliance of Spiritualists, this faction, we've been supporting throughout most of the game. Main reason being is because we're pretty much playing this game by, we're playing it the way that they want us to play the game. The Ascension perk, or the, who was it? Time Leak was asking earlier about what Ascension path we were going, and this faction wants me to go down the Psionic Pursuit. And so it says here that the only issue they currently have with the way that I'm running this galaxy, or this empire, is that they want us to adopt the Mind over Matter Ascension perk, and that will please this federation, or this faction. And so yeah, on top of that, this faction alone is helping us produce 37 more influence or unity than we had before. And we're to keep the support on this faction throughout the game. Now, we'll come back to that a little bit later on. While our fleets are traveling here to the borders to prepare for some action, we are going to add some more defensive weapons and modules to our bases. And as always, I got to go with the hydroponic base, because we have a couple of worlds that we can colonize. It's just some of these, I don't know if I have the species for it. Yeah, this is a hive species. And so the reason why these worlds are green, but I'm still unable to colonize them, is because we have a migration treaty with a hive mind, and we can't use them to expand our borders. And so that is unfortunate. But here, I'm going to take a quick splash of some water. There we go. And let's keep our game going here. And so we're going to jump back here. Yeah, we have a lot of these worlds that are still habitable. Just we cannot colonize them just yet. And I'm trying to work my way down towards some terraforming technology. But until then, we're just going to have to go on some conquesting. Oh, okay. I was like, are we being attacked right now? Let's see. What do we have? So ancient mining drones here, probably preventing the enemy from attacking. But ladies and gentlemen, we are almost, there we are. All systems are in place. And what is this? Angels of Mercy. The Zoonic Plague. Oh, so there's a plague that is going on on a pre-FTL world, and it says that the efforts to help prevent the spread of the disease have not gone unnoticed. The local population has begun to speak of angels, enlightened beings who have appeared among them to offer comfort and deliverance. And so, yeah, we found a pre-FTL species that, excuse me, they had a like disease spreading on their planet, and we sent them resources, and it looks like now they're like, yo, we don't know who sent us these resources, but we know there's someone out there, and they're now referring to us as angels. And so this is going to give me a insight technology and a nice little bonus of society tech points. Trojan85 says, you could suppress the faction and walk the path of the true god named capitalism. Hello, yo, hello, welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm not going to suppress them. I'm just going to continue supporting the other faction for now and just keeping my focus on them. Over time, the other factions usually tend to die out. And so Time Leak says, are there pops on the market that can colonize these planets? Not yet. We don't have any, we don't have a galactic market just yet. The galactic community hasn't even formed yet. So we still have some time to go before that is an option for us. Yes. Right now, though, we are preparing to attack the Union of Havenstar. I tried to go to war with this empire before our presidential term went up, but we weren't able to do it in time, and so now we're just going to go ahead and use our Federation's powers. We got our fleets all in position, and we are going to prepare our crusade against this Union of Havenstar. And so we're going to start by attacking these two systems down here since they are undefended. They don't have any bases in them, and now we have a benign inoculation. And so the inoculations given us to us by the ancient caretakers. Oh yeah, so this was a situation that happened with this fallen empire that was up here that I mentioned earlier. It says that they've given us some immense benefits from this inoculation. My species wasn't too happy about them trying to apply, think of it as like an update to my species, but it reduces illness and increasing the life expectancy of our entire population. Now, the initial mistrust among our people about the mandatory procedure has receded, and everyone is enjoying a healthier, happier life. And so this is actually excellent. Now my pops grow 5% faster, and our leader lifespan has been increased by 10 years. And so this is very excellent. And again, I got this from the Omnian continuity. They're the custodian matrix, and it looks like it paid off, because at first my species was not happy about this, and now we are seeing the benefits from this machine species. And so funny that we are kind of going down that shroud path, yet we have robots sort of taking care of us. And speaking of which, let's take a look here at our contacts. I want to see what empires are out there, preferably the enclaves. I want to reach out, and say hello. And so here we have the curators, and I want to see if they could aid us in research. And so this is going to cost me 2,000 energy credits, but increases our research speed by 10% and their opinion of us by 20. And so I see that as a win-win. We will take that. We have plenty of energy credits right now. And let's go back here and see who else we can reach out to. And so we have the Caravan Coalition as well. I'm going to hold off on speaking with them. These are the people I want to speak with next. And so we have the Knowers of the Shroud. This is one of the newer enclaves in Stellaris. And they say, welcome back, visitor. We have been waiting. And so I'm going to say, hey, what is to be our fate? And so they say, momentous query, no less poignant for being asked by so many before you. Excuse me, I have a burp coming up. Now, such a question carries a heavy price, but we can provide answers. Know this, however, the Shroud allows us to perceive events which have not yet come to pass, and this knowledge shall help guide your course. But it was beyond the power of any one event to alter the tuning of the galaxy. If you would strike this bargain, know that your aspirations should extend no further than to be better prepared. But oh, what grand designs may be built upon even the merest glimpse of what is yet to come. And so we say, we shall pay. And once again, we're paying some energy credits here and a little bit of influence, but we're going to see what happens here. And so the Shroud shivers. It speaks without voice and all voices at once. Now, the infinite strands of time that extend from this moment now enter into confluence. Here, in this place, the path ahead grows clear. The rite of divination has begun. And so we just get a couple of dots here, and it says that the Knowers of the Shroud will retire for a few days in order to commune with the Shroud, and we'll see what happens next when we ask them, what is our fate? It's like a galactic reading that we're getting. And so here my fleets are now in hostile territory, and we are now pushing our crusade. We have a pre-FTL species down here that hopefully we will be able to claim. And yeah, we'll just watch and see how the AI responds. It looks like right now their fleets are looking pretty weak, but I'm not going to underestimate them. We still don't have a lot of intelligence on them. And now we have this great schism. I'm believing this is coming from that shrouded enclave. And so we have been contacted by a transport ship carrying a number of exiled acolytes from the knowers of the shroud. Calling themselves the Reformers, they're requesting refuge on one of our worlds. This represents an unprecedented schism within the Shroud Walkers. It would appear the Enclave is not as united as we were led to believe. And you know what? I think, my species could benefit from these acolytes from the knowers of the Shroud. And so the sign of the visitor situation will be advanced by 10, and we'll see what happens a little bit later on with that situation. All right, so here we go. We are attacking one of our first bases of this empire, and now there we go. We've expanded our borders. Or at least we've taken control over that system. Now the Enclave comes back to us again in the middle of this war, and they say that the Shroud trembles. Word has reached us that some of our former acolytes have taken refuge on one of your worlds. This has displeased us greatly, but so be it. Reckless action often leads to desperate results. Know this, these reformers are nothing more than charlatans, vain fools who believe they hold the key to unlocking the secrets of the Shroud. Shelter such heretics at your peril. Those who dwell within the Shroud have surely taken notice. And we're just like, hey, understood. Look, I'm ready for the consequences, whatever they may be, but these guys are going to be housed in our empire. And so we have a new technology available here, and let's go next up in society technology. Let's go with the research station output next. Now here we're attacking another base. That'll be an easy grab. Now the Shroud is back with us again. Now we're gonna be communicating with these guys a little bit throughout this run here, and they say that our benefactors, that you have sheltered us when so many others would have turned their backs. Now these are the guys that are currently living within our systems. They say surely the Shroud will bless you both in and this life and in that which lies beyond. Our former brethren, the knowers of the Shroud, are blinded by tradition. The Shroud is not impermeable. There is a door, and we have discovered its key. In reward for your generosity, we would share these secrets with you. All we require are the resources with which to begin construction. And so it looks like it's going to cost me a lot, and I'm going to say the price is a little steep for us, and so we're not going to be able to do that. And plus they're a Shroud. We can't be giving them all kinds of resources like this, and so not right now. And it looks like the empire we're actually at war with was at war with another empire, and so we got to take advantage of this while we can, and hopefully we can prepare to attack them while they're weak. And so talk about a perfect timing right here to declare war against these guys. Now our war exhaustion's at 24%, theirs is at 27, and so we do have a slight lead in this battle right now. And again, yes, we're going to try and just kind of rotate our fleets around. Now once again, the Shroud. Disturbing news from our colony on Wing Landing. That's one of my worlds. Despite the lack of resources, some of the more zealous reformers attempted to fashion a key themselves. By amplifying their psionic abilities with the makeshift device, they entered into a shared dream state. This precipitated a breach in the fabric of space-time above the colony's central city. Noxious, anxiety-inducing fumes are issuing forth, presumably from the Shroud itself. Many are calling this phenomena Shroud stench, and we are told that the experience is far from pleasant. Moral on Wing Landing is at an all-time low. And so let's go take a look at our planets here, starting with our home world. And so we'll say understood to this, and that's just going to decrease our happiness on this planet by 10%. But here is my home planet, Thoria. This is a pretty solid home world right now, but the question rises, like, we need more planets to colonize ASAP, because over time we're gonna start running out of places to build. What I mean by that, we're gonna be running out of districts here. I got 2 more left that I can build, and then 4 more building slots. Pops are still going to continue to grow unless I stop it. And we're going to be looking for more jobs and things like that. And so right now, I'm looking at my resources. I see that we need some more consumer goods. And so let's squeeze another industrial district on this world. After that, I'll probably go ahead and add another job here. And I have a lot of energy credits, but why not have a little bit more? We're going to squeeze on a energy grid right after that. And then we're going to jump over to, this is the world that we now have that Shroud stench on. All right, and so this world has a slightly negative modifier. Fortunately for us, we put a precinct house on this planet, but yet we don't have any forcers just yet. And so I could make this colonist job go down, but over time, eventually this job's going to disappear and these pops are going to be forced to work on another. This doesn't even do anything. It just produces one food. And so let's actually go ahead and shut this job down now. And there we go. The pops are going to be, they're going to have to jump somewhere else. And so there, just with these two enforcers on this job now, it's going to decrease the crime. The amenities are slightly low. But yeah, over time, we'll have pops fill in this clerk job here. So cool stuff. I'll take it. 0 crime, low amenity. We can just go to our decisions here since we have we got a decent amount of resources here, or consumer goods in particular. We're going to distribute some luxury goods, and that should increase those amenities only by a handful. And so stability is actually now really low. That's really low. And so let's go to our decisions here. We're actually going to declare martial law on this planet, and so we can get this all squared away. And so for now, this Forge world just needs to, we need to get this bad boy a little bit, make this planet a little bit happier. And so let's go ahead and start by building a holo theater in hopes that we can increase those amenities. And then we'll come back to that planet a little bit later on. Now, back to the get inside situation. We're trying to figure out, where are these pops at? Why is there nobody on this planet? And now the investigation into the missing population has made a breakthrough. Now, large sealed shield doors leading to a deep tunnel network stands as proof that the entire species started to move underground at some point. Now, cross-examination with geological and meteorological data indicates that the entire planet was gripped by a sudden onset ice age, perhaps triggered by a shift in the axial tilt, which likely triggered the migration. And so we had a mass migration take place because of an ice age, and excursions into the vast tunnel network are now underway. And we're just going to keep on saying, we're going to say, keep on digging. And so we're going to find out what's going on with this area that the species decided to hide into. In the meantime, though, my fleets over here are now preparing to move forward, and our Federation is cutting through this empire like butter. Right now, the Union of Havenstar is losing this war. Let's continue our game here, and next up, we're going to jump over to our fleet manager and see about reinforcing as many ships as we can, because boy, oh boy, we got a lot of room here. And so I got about, see, I'm not confused why I'm not seeing my, oh, here it is. So here's the fleet that has the queue built up, and look at all those Corvettes. We got a ton of Corvettes on the way, and so I'm going to have to maybe add another couple of bases somewhere. And right now we have all of our systems up here mostly protected. I'm going to squeeze another base here, even though they will not probably be traveling through this system, but I'll be using these bases instead to begin building anchorages. And actually, I'm going to squeeze another one in, maybe a little bit closer to my home system, like here. And so if I can, actually, let's buy some more alloys here. There we go. And we're going to upgrade this base as well. So that's going to put us at 10 total star bases right away. And we'll get to work on adding more modules and things like that later on. Now, let's grab our scientists and let's get them, what can we have them do? We'll just have them go ahead and start exploring the galaxy once again. They'll automatically survey, and here we have another, we have an insight breakthrough imminent. Now, we've gathered enough information to create a new insight technology to explore further. The next time we have an observation event that would advance our insight, we will gain a new research option. This is for the pre-FTL species that we're going to be looking at here in a little bit. Oh, sweet. And another cool thing too is, what do we have here? We got a battle underway. Let's see here. I'm going to pull my ships back if I can. Let's select our fleets. And I'm just going to scoot them back so that they're attacking the base first. All right, and so Union of Havenstar. Oh, we're ending this war? Okay. And so you may have shown your military power superior, but don't mistake this for intellectual victories. How are you going to lose a war but still talk smack? And so it looks like that war is over, but did I get my systems? I did not. Oh, we did get them. Nice. And so the war is over. Our crusade was short, sweet. This is the second time we've had one of these like kind of easy battles here. And let's see if we can right away try to propose subjugation. And so it looks like they're still not going to have it. I see. We're just going to have to weaken them again. But that is the second war that we've won. We got 2 systems, and we'll look at those in just a moment. One of them has a pre-FTL with an observation post already built. And so let's go ahead and move our fleets right back to our home world. And so 2 wars, 2 victories. On top of that, I believe there was a, let's see, is this planet habitable? So this is a 70% habitable world. Now, I'm not going to conquer them, although I would absolutely love to. I believe the other empires would not agree on that decision there. But yeah, depending on our situation with our worlds, yes, this system, I'm not connected to it. necessarily, but our subjects here are the only thing that's kind of really splitting us right now. And so another victory for the Beakborn Dominion. All right, and so here we have the Racket Industrial Enterprise, and they're offering us to add some resources to one of my systems. And sure, we got plenty of influence right now. We won't be spending a whole lot at the moment, but yes, we'll go ahead and definitely do that for sure. And yes, the Union of Havenstar, they have been weakened. They've been very weakened. And so the Shroud has come back to us, and they say the Shroud grows quiet. Once more, the wary river of time recedes into the well-worn course. The changes foretold by the right of divination have come to pass. Go now in awe as you reflect on the workings of the Shroud. And so let's see what we get from this situation. It says that this will conclude the signs of the visitor's situation. Okay. All right. Cool stuff there. And so over time, we may be getting ready to declare war against these guys once our truce is up. We have about, let's see here, we have to wait 10 years for this truce to go on, but I may just go ahead and go back to war with them as soon as possible. Now, next up here for our society technology, let's keep going with some more research station output. And because I'm doing that, it's because I have a lot of these research labs on my home world right now. Look at this, one job available. And so pops are growing a little bit quicker on this world. We have a scientist that is assisting research on that planet too, increasing the output of my scientists on my worlds. And once that industrial building is built, we will be out of the consumer goods deficit that we are currently in right now. And so here we go. What do we have? The Ixurian Union, and we're going to say new friends bring one closer to divinity. Let's reach out here. Actually, I'm curious to see. They're still harming relations with us. And so I wanted to see if we can increase relations with that species, but it looks like that's not the case. I'm looking over here and, I have one loyal subject and the other is slightly disloyal. Actually, no, they're actually loyal to us as well. And so let's see about forming a research agreement with these guys. And I think we could both benefit from this. I still have plenty of influence as well, so this won't hurt us too bad. On top of that, I have 3 envoys available. 3 envoys. I don't know how many total I have. Let's see, I have 7 envoys that are active right now. So I have 10 envoys altogether. Holy moly. That is a whole lot. And so right now, let me see. We're getting close to midway, reaching level 4. We are gaining plenty of XP right now in this federation. And our current president has about 6 more years left to rule that federation. Now, in the meantime, we can go over to our star bases. I believe I have 2 that are up. Here's one of them. And let's go with increasing our fleet capacity with the 2 anchorages. Here I'm going to build more anchor or hydroponic bays. And I would actually like to, let me see. Oh, so I can only have one of these. Yo, Goku Black, how you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing pretty well. We are just continuing our Empire of Feathers playthrough. And we just won our first war of the stream. It was a quick one, but we managed to get claims over a couple of systems. And now we're going to be looking for something that we may want to do next. And so, yeah, these are the 2 systems that I won from the Union of Havenstar, and they're still a little bit weaker than us. Oh, what is this? This is a military junta. And so where these guys came from, I think this may have been a pre-FTL that has now expanded into space. And we have a chance to possibly subjugate them as well. Let's see here. And so right now their acceptance is a little low, but I'm going to reach out to them and make a trade deal. And I want to see if we can, here, let's see if we can increase relations here. I'm going to give them a handful of food. Yes. And let's just kind of get this empire on their feet. And so we're going to confirm this and see if this increases opinions with them. Let's also improve relations. And I'm going to send an envoy their way as well. Now, I'm going to jump over here and switch our map view to opinion mode. And I want to see who out there that we can maybe, let's see if we can increase relations with Havenstar. I feel like there's a chance that we could possibly, I'm going to send 2 envoys to increase relations with them because our envoys have a bonus to increasing opinions of other empires. They have an extra bonus to opinion per month. And so I want to switch our mode back to our map mode. And let's see here. These guys have now opened their borders, so it's wonderful. Now, the goal here is to try to subjugate these guys as soon as possible. And so I'm going to establish an embassy with them next. And let's see where our relationship jumps to after that. And so this whole time, There was a pre-FTL that has now become a spacefaring empire. And so I think our relationship's starting to get a little bit better. There it is. There it is. Our third subject. Yes. Yes. And so I'm going to go ahead and modify our agreements here. And I'm going to get 45% of their resources as well. And so this is going to be a third empire that we've subjugated with this exact kind of contribution term here. We'll see what they say. More than likely, it may be yes. And now we have this plague going on this pre-FTL world, and it says that word continues to spread of the miraculous angels, which is they're referring to us because we've been helping their world at work on their planet. And so refugees have descended on our healthcare providers, clamoring for aid. Continuing to help while concealing our true nature will require a significant investment of resources. And so secrecy, I will say, is paramount. And this is only going to cost me about 500 energy credits. And so, but what it will do is that we'll gain a new society insight technology, selecting that option. And so here we're just waiting for this empire. And yeah, we have found another empire. This is a hive mind. And so we're just going to say hello. Hi, friend. Be nice. We have a honor-bound warrior star empire. This is the Star Imperium. Cool stuff. And there they go. They've accepted it. They say, if you agree to defend us from the hordes of the galaxy, we will become your subject. 3 subjects now. We're gonna hit okay. I wanted to take those systems, but hey, it's even better to have them working for us and now producing resources for us. And so now my energy credits, actually now everything should be kind of going up when it comes to my basic resources. I see that my food is at 121 per month. And so let's go up here and let's start selling some of this. There we go. So we're gonna sell about 100 food right now, and I think we'll be okay for now. Excuse me. All right, so here we go. We got another first contact here. I'm not going to be using my envoys for first contact. Right now, they're all just increasing relations. Here we got 2 more anchorages that we can queue up. And right now, our naval capacity is maxed out. Now, we got an embassy offer. And guys, again, the embassies, I accept a lot of those because they increase our unity. Every embassy that we have increases that unity by 3. And so we'll be definitely taking advantage of that. Let me check what's going on here. It looks like we have another pre-FTL that is right in the center of our empire, and I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my construction ships, whoever's closest. And let's see about expanding our borders. It looks like maybe one final time, unless we decide to conquer. We have a couple here that we can take as well, but yeah, we got our fleets that are currently being built. Oh yes, our naval cap just shot up once again, and so let's reinforce a few more ships. We got 3 destroyers on the way. We have a favor that has been gained, and once again, another embassy offer. Let's go to this get inside dig site. And so guys, back to the species here. They went underground because of an ice age. And it says that the expedition has returned with a sad tale to tell. Thousands of years ago, the planet's core temperature dropped. Forcing the population underground in search of heat, energy, and resources. Now, year after year, the temperature dropped and they kept digging deeper and deeper. Their numbers dwindled as most froze and starved or perished in digging accidents. This went on for decades. In a minute, hand-dug tunnels in the very deepest shaft, far past the sublevel where the last digging machines lay broken down and abandoned. A single ice-fossilized molluscoid cadaver was found. A recorded message was found in which it claimed to be the last of its kind. It was cold and alone, and it was ready to give up. And so this is tragic. And this fully excavates the dig site. And so we gain a research option from this. This is the artificial moral codes, and we get some tech progress towards it. And so, unfortunately, the get inside situation ends here, and it looks like the last of the species was found trying to dig for heat, but instead they dug their own grave. And so tragic. But yo, that wraps up another archaeological dig site, and I think that completes all the dig sites that we've had in our borders now. In our borders. And so we just increased our diplomatic weight by 10%, and I cannot wait for the Galactic community to spawn up. But before we jump to that, let's go with Galactic ambitions first so that we can get 1 extra civic slot, and we'll put that unity to use to add another civic to the Beakborn Dominion. Outside of that, though, let's go ahead and take a quick look at our planets. Bathoria has 3 jobs available. We're going to see if we can squeeze another industrial district onto this world, and then we'll come back to that a little bit later on. Winged landing. This planet's running out of jobs and housing, and so we're going to squeeze another city district on first. And for this world, this is my forge world. We have plenty of minerals right now, and so I would like to use those minerals to build a industrial district and convert some of those extra minerals into alloys. Now we have a research station output modifier from technology, and next up we're going to go for that hyperlane breach points. Now this tech is going to give me the transit hub starbase building that gives my species a 100% automatic resettlement chance. On top of that, it gives the component for my ships the hyperdrive 2, and it says that for this component we have identified the existence of points in space where a ship expends less energy to breach their way into a hyperlane. This will lead to a new generation of hyperdrives, and so we'll definitely take advantage of that. And let's keep this game going here. And so I still got room to increase my fleets. Let's go back to fleet team alpha, and we're going to add 2 more destroyers, and then the rest will be corvettes. And then for team bravo, same thing. We'll actually get 7 of those up here, and then even more corvettes. And so we're going to reinforce both of those fleets. That might be, I think I'll reinforce right around the amount that I need before I try not to go too high over my capacity there. And so once again, more encounters. We still haven't discovered the top portion of this ring world, or this ring galaxy shape. And we're going to be making some communication deals here, maybe sooner than later. And so let me see what all my envoys are up to at the moment. Looks like right now a lot of them are improving relations with other empires. We have a bunch of them in our federation as well. Let's see what it's looking like with these guys. And so relations are improving with the Union of Havenstar, but it's not going to be enough. Our relationship's too sour right now. I know that even though we are improving relations right now, I think they're going to like flip the script on us. And so I'm going to actually take my envoys away from them, and let's see what these guys think of us. They're currently cordial, so I think I have a better chance of getting more benefits from this empire by improving relations with them, instead of an empire that just declared us rivals and an empire that we just went to war with. And so we're going to take the envoy away from them and send them over here to this unity instead. And now we are improving relations with them. I also want to know more about the other empires that are located up here. And so here we have this hegemony. Let's see what's up with these guys as well, and we're going to try and improve relations with them too. And so yeah, Union of Havenstar, sorry, I have no more interest in trying to help you guys out. And so yeah, again, we may try and just continue destroying this empire later on, but for now, let's go ahead and just work on building our resources and things like that. And so for my construction ship here, we have managed to take our final system that is in our borders. And what is this? We are voting. These guys want to kick out the Yeon Enterprise. I believe this is, who are you guys? Heck no. I'm going to vote no on this. We need all the Federation members that we can have. I mean, we already have some good cohesion going on here. We are leveling up, and they kicked him anyway. Why would we do this? Oh, it's failed. Okay, so thank goodness. We did not kick these guys out. Never mind. Disregard that. We still have all of our members of our Federation here. And so, yeah, once again, another goal here is to increase this Federation level to 4. And now we have found the Democratic Babekian Confederacy. Greetings to meet you, Xenos. And so sweet. We've maxed out our minerals here. And so let's go ahead and sell a handful of these. And we are starting to find out more and more about the other species up here. Let's see. These guys are belligerent. And I always like to just kind of test the water and see if I can subjugate anyone, but it looks like that's not going to be the case there. Okay. All right, so here we've built all of our mining districts, or mining stations. Let's go ahead and deselect this one, and we're going to go ahead and build an observation post. This will be our third observation post that we have built over a pre-FTL species. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where diplomacy begins with a galactic community. Now, maybe not begins, but this is where things get interesting. As more and more spacefaring civilizations establish formal relations with one another, the galaxy is becoming a vibrant and lively place. Now, to avoid tragic misunderstandings between nations, an increasing number of diplomats have called for the establishment of a new pan-galactic organization. A community, if you will, where the empires of the galaxy can meet to discuss important matters. Now, should the Beakborn Dominion pledge its support to the creation of the galactic community? And we're diplomatic. We're heavy. I'm talking. We got some heavy hitters here. We got 10 envoys that we can apply to this. But for now, we'll say yes. This is a worthy endeavor, and becoming the custodian or even the emperor of the galaxy seems like a worthy cause right now. Now we have comms with another empire, and this is a evangelizing zealot empire, and I feel like they might be a good option. Now we have an asteroid approaching one of our worlds here. We'll check this out. Actually, let's go ahead and go to the system, and we'll see what happens with that. Now, there's a plague going on. Back to the plague with the pre-FTLs. Now, through diligent effort, we have succeeded in curbing the worst effects of this plague with these pre-FTLs that we're observing. Now, however, the true nature of our presence of the planet can no longer be concealed. The population understands that they have been saved by another world. Filled with gratitude, they turn their gaze to the stars. And so we have a grateful population. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, we've been exposed. We have been careless conducting operations with these pre-FTL species without bothering to hide our activities. Despite their modest technology level, the Crusade Society have taken notice of our activity. First contact is now unavoidable. This is unfortunate. And so here they are, the Crusade Society. They're a fragmented nation states. They're splintered species, and so they're like a consciousness that hasn't been fully put together yet. And they say, ah, there you are. We've been waiting for you to initiate contact for so long. We decided to make the first move. What happens now? We got two options. We can make them xenophile, or we can make them, we can respond to them through us being spiritualists. But I think we should greet them as friends so that they are a friendly species. And now we says that the news that we made first contact with an intelligent yet underdeveloped civilization is spreading like wildfire throughout the Beakborn Dominion. Our citizens are fascinated by these beings, and the media is full of reports and speculation on their culture and society. The confirmation that there are non-spacefaring aliens within our galaxy who may have never even considered exploring beyond their own planet has largely been greeted with celebration on our home planet, Fethoria. Now, our level of technology is far ahead of theirs. They have not even developed spaceflight. Despite this, we could possibly still learn much by studying them. And so, how fascinating. And so, yes, now they are fully aware of us. And here we have another empire that we've made first contact with. Now, this system here, we're going to try and get a, we've tried this before. We're going to try it again here. We're going to build a, not upgrade the base, but instead we're going to try and build some defensive platforms here in hopes that this will stop an asteroid from crashing into a pre-FTL world. This is a different planet, but they're in the late medieval stage. Yo, wishing them the best of luck. The best I can do right now for them is building a defensive platform. All right, so yeah, we got another embassy offer. Wonderful, wonderful. I want to see where that pre-FTL is that discovered us. Ah, here they are. And so the system is still in our control. But yo, I've actually never had a situation like this happen before. So we've already, we pretty much already colonized a planet in this system. And then we ended up finding a pre-FTL species in the same system. And yeah, I'm curious if they become, I wonder if we can either indoctrinate them into our empire or what. I'm not sure, but we got a couple of options here with this pre-FTL species. And this is actually really cool. And so, we can offer them societal guidance. We can provide them with technology, or we could form a commercial agreement with this empire. And honestly, I think I might just hold off on anything diplomacy based right now. We'll come back to this pre-FTL species later. Right now, I have no intentions on doing any of those things with them at the moment. But yeah, we got other matters to focus on. And so really there's this dragon here that I want to wait to attack until I get my fleet's power up a little bit higher. We have a ton of energy credits, and so I'm going to buy some alloys. And yeah, throughout this run here, we're going to be making a lot of first contact with other empires, especially with the Galactic community on the way. But let's go ahead and reinforce some of our ships. And the asteroid has been destroyed, and so that defensive platform we built earlier saved a pre-FTL species that was in the late medieval age. And for my renowned Paragon, I'm going to have them just continue exploring systems and researching projects. They're kind of further out here, so we got to be careful here and make sure they don't travel into any hostile systems. Outside of that, let's see here. We got another first contact. The block of Camdakor. Cool species. Another asteroid has been destroyed. Perfect. And so just destroying asteroids across the galaxy. This is what my defenses have come up to. And so Nazis, yo, you're over here finding special resources in other empires' systems. Come on now. Come on. That trait is almost too good. And so, yeah, every time our renowned Paragon surveys the system, he has a chance to find a special resource. In that case, he found it in another empire's borders. And so this is a historic day, ladies and gentlemen. Several of the galaxy's prominent spacefaring empires, including our empire, the Beakborn Dominion, have announced the creation of the Galactic Community. Now, the supranational organization will serve as a forum where matters involving the entire galaxy can be discussed and decided upon. As one of the founding members, we can take pride in this milestone of galactic history, and this is going to be a great day for the galaxy, and we are now about to make first contact. Actually, we already have with all of these empires up here now. And so there we have it. Another empire's been found. Look at all this. Empires all across the galaxy now joined in one place together. And for my empire, yo, #1 in the galactic community. We're gonna go ahead and start assigning some members or some envoys that are currently in our federation. We're gonna switch them over into this galactic community now. And so we're gonna go ahead and switch. I'm gonna leave maybe 2 there and put 3 into the community. And that should still keep our federation leveling up, but at the same time increasing. There we go. Got a nice little bonus there to our diplomacy. And so let's look over here to our proposal, or all of our current resolutions that are being proposed. And so far, I usually tend not to try to pass it. Actually, you know what? I got plenty of influence right now. Let's look for a resolution that we think could benefit our empire. So regulatory facilitation, this I could definitely support. Yeah, for now, I think I might just support some resolutions that I think would benefit our empire. And so right now, these top 3 are perfect for us. And we'll just stop there for now. And so those 3, we'll just see what happens as they go along. Once again, more embassies. Now that we're finding other empires, we're getting all kinds of embassies, all kinds of first contacts as well. Oh, we got some ruthless capitalists as well. Look at this. Embassy offer. Embassy offer. Another embassy offer. And they just keep on coming. And so that's going to increase our unity. Look at this. Our unity is now at, it's going to be over 200. 208. Holy moly. Look at this. I haven't had so many embassy offers at once in a while there, but that is going to be a huge bonus there. And look at that. We have now increased our unity so much that we have another tradition that we will be able to select. And so we got some options here. We got some options. Now I can't select a path just yet. We still got some ways to go there, but maybe we could go with either adaptability, which we have a lot of special resources in my empire right now. And the ones that we do have currently are just coming from mining stations and things like that. But we could go down harmony. This decreases pop upkeep. We have aptitude for our council. Or we could go down prosperities. There's also politics as well, especially now that the galactic community is up. I'm torn. I'm a little torn either between politics or prosperity. I say let's go for prosperity, because unlocking this tradition here will give me an extra 20% mining station output. We have lots of mining stations right now. I think we would get a immediate bonus from this. And for prosperity, it says that there's no better indicator of the success or failure of a star nation than the strength of its economy. Yes. And so tradition we will jump to next. And then that gives us another council agenda option as well. And so that we'll come back to a little bit later on. Let's check that unity out though and see how long it's going to take. 54 months for our next agenda now, or for our next tradition to be unlocked. And so speaking of agendas though, we do have a agenda that is ready to be launched. The expand the council. This is going to give us 1 extra seat on this council right now. Let's launch it and let's select the seat that we want. And so we have a master architect or a high ambassador. I say let's go for the high ambassador, increasing that trust cap by 5. And so next up, we'll need to assign a governor to this seat. And we have one available. We have the Eyes of Lavender, 72 years old, and we're going to assign them to be our what's this position? The high ambassador right now. So they currently have the trade value, and they have an army build speed modifier and army cost modifier as well. And so how long they're going to live, I'm not sure, but here we have a full council seat once again. let's go to our agendas here, and we have a couple of options. I'm going to skim through here and see, you know what? Let's go for building relations. It says that this will increase my trust growth by another 25% and my diplo weight by 5%. So this could be very huge here. And like I said, I'm very excited to dive into some more diplomacy a little bit later on in the game, especially with some of these favors that we're starting to add up on. And so I'm going to be keeping my eye on this galactic community and making sure that we remain as one of the heaviest diplomatic weighted empires in the galaxy. And yeah, we'll come back to this later on. All right, and so the Vengralian Triumph is reaching out, and let's see what kind of deal they want. They want to take 2 of my specialist pops in return for a food container deployment decision. As much as I would like this, I'm going to say negative right now, Ghost Rider. We'll tell them to move along. And so yeah, right now we're just going to be working on changing up some things around my ships here. Let's jump over to our star bases, and I should have the option to upgrade some of these right now. Actually, I don't have Starhold technology yet, and so we'll have to jump on that right away. And so yes, more and more members are currently joining our galactic community. Let's see, I think we should... Ooh, an empire has been subjugated. I see. Let's reach out to these guys. It looks like our relationship is still increasing with these rivals that we declared war with. I still don't have a lot of information about them. And they're at war again. And so, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and start making some claims here. Let's go to our claims tab. Yo, Nightmare, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? We are now entering the galactic community stages of this run right now, and we've won a war already. We have a 3rd empire that is now a subject under the Beakborn Dominion. We've completed a tradition, the diplomacy tradition, and now we are working on our fourth tradition, which is prosperity. And so just a couple of things going on in our galaxy here. Right now we're trying to use some diplomacy, make some claims, and possibly declare another war here in a little bit. And so right now I'm just trying to decide which systems I want to claim. And honestly, I might just kind of work my way around these outside systems that are easy to take. I don't want to make claims on systems that have bases in them just yet. And so this is going to be a lot of systems here that we're making claims on. And this is going to probably make Havenstar hate us even more. So we got new technology here. We got hyperlane breach points. Next up, let's jump over to, how about chemical plants? Let's start working on getting some rare resources in my empire here. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, my allergies are kicking my butt right now. And so we got room here to build some more buildings. Let's jump over back to our planets. And I'm going to squeeze in let's build another 2 research labs. It's going to cost about 8 consumer goods per month right now. We have 11. So plenty of room to grow there, especially with technology and things like that. For this planet here, this is my 2nd world. I'm actually going to add 2 strongholds because we need some naval capacity right away. And right now we're slightly over, and then we'll upgrade our planetary administration building to give us another building slot. Why do you care for empty systems? Because when I go to war with them later on, these systems will be easier for me to attack. And so like for this one here, it has a base in it. And even though we can take it right now, I just want to go for their easy to grab systems first. I'll spend the influence on that, and then later on, if I build up some more influence, I'll make claims on those systems a little bit later on. So here, another embassy offer. Wonderful, wonderful. Increasing our unity even further. And so, yeah, I mean, is there something that you do a little bit differently, Nightmare? Or let me know how you use your claims and things like that. If there were, actually, you know what? The next time I build up some more influence, which it shouldn't take long, I may be using it to make claims on some of their systems that have planets in them next. Oh, and so here we discovered another system. This is a nebula system. Wow, this is nice. But this empire does not look as strong as I thought they would be. And my Minister of Defense, speaking of strength, has a new veteran level. And so we got 3 options here. And I think I'm going to go for that. Let me see. Do you have a... Okay, so we got a couple of options here, but not what I was necessarily looking for. Let's go for that weapon damage. And so ship weapon damage and fire rate both will be increased by 5% if we decide to select the aggressor trait, which we definitely will. And there we go. And so he has a nice modifier. And in the meantime, we're going to be waiting here to see if our naval capacity will be kind of handled there in the moments. Now, We have some ethics that are starting to change in our empire. No worries. That was a shift. We have a deep core mining situation that has been completed. And next up, I'm now going to jump over to the Starhold technology so that we can upgrade our bases and add some more modules to them. I normally just go for valuable systems like the rare resources or planets. Copy that. Now, I don't know what's in these systems, but I just know I'm trying to go for the easy ones first, and then I'll make claims on the other systems later on, which I could probably make some claims on some more right now. And so, actually, I need 56 more Unity to do that. Black holes, for instance, yes. Right here, we have a black hole system that is not being protected at all. And so we're going to take our chances there and attack that when we get the chance. We're going to go ahead and upgrade our fleets as well while we wait for these. And I'm going to spend some alloys here because it looks like it's going to cost me a lot of what I have to get those fixed up. Now, let's go ahead and get our game going. Oh, yep, that's burning some more. And there we have it. So all of our ships are being upgraded at the moment, and that is a lot queued up there. Now, we got a commercial pack that will grant us 14 energy credits. Yes. Yes, give me all the deals, all the packs. You know what? If there are any empires out there that have no deals or no agreements, yes, we may try and we will try to get some agreements with as many empires as we can. Free money, yes. Yes. Right now I don't want to do that. So let's go over to, let's try to, you know what? These are machines. All right, so right now, this empire here, all right, so my empire is located right here. I have subjects here, but I was initially planning to subjugate this purple border empire right now that is above my noggin, but they were subjugated by machines. And so every empire that is in this purple border, this is the Primen interface. And so these guys are robots, right? They subjugated these guys. We wanted them, they took them. And so we're not going to have that. I'm going to see if this empire is willing to propose secret fealty to me. And it looks like they will. They definitely will. And so what I could do now is I could have our federation. Let's see, I'm going to propose subjugation, see what they say. They're going to say negative Ghost Rider on that option. Actually, there might be a chance. It's a stretch. But this is the closest I can get to them being one of my subjects. And so what we could do is, since they won't say yes now, I wonder if we could, so they have Federation Association status with us. I say we re-invoke association status with them. And we might try to, here, we'll see what happens here in a moment. And so we got a vote underway. Let's see what the Federation says. And we'll come back to it a little bit later on. So it has failed, unfortunately. In that case, it looks like we'll have to try and let's see about just inviting them to the Federation. Now, I have favors here. We're going to use both of those. And now we're going to try and get them into our Federation. And so another vote is underway for the machines to join our Federation. And that has failed as well. This Federation's hilarious. And so these guys have declared secret fealty to us. And let's see if that gives us a option. So yeah, I have to kick them from the Federation. So let's see if this will work this time. One of our subjects have changed their subject type to technological. Okay. That's cool stuff. Look at our resources, man. All of these subjects, I want more. You also get info on people's systems if you get a commercial pack. Copy that, Nightmare. That I was not aware of. Getting information on other empire systems, and that's probably what's going on up here, because before we didn't know anything about any of these empires up here. You know what? I wonder if I could, let me reach out, see. Man, is this a subject? This is, because they are pretty weak right now. A lot of these empires we do have all kinds of agreements with, but I want to see if there's any more of these we can build on. And so, who is the overlord here? No, I don't know if I want to bother too much. You get info with packs. Okay. Okay. See, I thought you just get resources from them, but in this case here, yeah, it looks like that you get a little bit more than just that. Let's see. What am I going to do with you guys? Because I would like to propose, I would like to subjugate you, but I can't go to war with you because you're associated with my federation. So I can't kick them out, but I can't declare war against them either. And so we're just kind of in a middle ground with this empire right now, which is kind of bizarre since we are a spiritualist type of federation. All right, so the ancient caretakers are reaching out, and they say Custodian Protocol 475-3 has been activated. Message follows. Attention, Beak. Your civilization is presently at 57.2% risk of destruction due to Era databank corrupted. We have calculated that colonization of a planet will increase your survival chances by 4.5%. We request colonization and establishment of a significant beaker presence on the planet. Will you comply? And so we say, very well, we will colonize the world. And so this will begin the task to colonize another world. And I want to see where that's at. Now, oh, these guys have broken a secret fealty to us. Why? No, keep that going. You know you want to do it. Don't be scared now. And so I'm going to go back and reinstate that secret fealty with them and be like, no, you are going to make us your secret overlord. And so once again, we're playing hush hush with them. Let's go back here to our food, and I'm going to sell about 60 more food, add that to our trade in the Galactic market. Speaking of which, we still can't buy any species off the market just yet. We just formed the Galactic community, and let's see, is the Senate on the floor? Yes, for the readied shield. I guess we could support this. Sure, why not? Get some Diplo weight from our fleet power. And I'm kind of itching to use them. You should declare on the machines. So that we are trying to do, but they're still associated with our federation. And so currently we are not allowed to do that at the moment. I've been trying to subjugate them, but that they won't allow either, especially with them being overlords. And so I was trying to like declare a war against them over their subject, but I can't do that. As long as they're associated with our federation, it says that we can kick them or reinvoke it, but the other members of the federation are not voting for it. And so I'm going to vote yes once again, try to pass this here, but again, just the federation keeps voting towards it. And there it is, it has failed again. And so we'll hold off for now. I may be getting ready to go back to war with this empire on the left side instead. And let's see here, we got 3 more years. And so I'm going to go ahead and, after my ships finish upgrading, we're going to position them right at the borders and prepare for another attack. The Machine Fall Empire once wanted me to colonize the holy world of another fallen empire. I'm glad you brought that back up, Ursa Dave, because I just remembered that we had that situation with them. And let's take a look at it now. And so the colonize this world, let's go ahead and find out where this planet is located. This is the Omnian Continuity has asked us to establish a presence on Trigula Cross 4. Now we need to establish a colony there and grow the population to be at least 5 pops. Now I'm assuming that's in the system here. Okay, so it's this world. Is this it? Is that this world, or let's see, or is it up here? What's the situation going on here? Let me make sure I'm reading which world it is right. Trigula's Cost 4. So it's going to be this planet. All right, so they're telling me to colonize this world. While it may not have the highest habitability, they said do it. Geez, I have none of the pops I have right now can colonize this planet. That's tragic. And so let me see if I could. I can't terraform it either. We'll keep this system in mind. I wish I could change the name of the system. I can. I'm going to name it Yang Prio for Yang Priority. We're going to work on colonizing that system next. I want to see if that changes this. Okay, no, it doesn't change the racket would be useful here. How so? Excuse me. What do you mean by racket would be useful here? But yeah, let me grab my scientists all the way up here and let's keep on surveying. I don't know why they keep stopping unless they encountered hostiles, but we'll have them continue surveying other systems. Now, yo, nuclear hellscape equals living longer. Oh, yo, we found a L cluster. Thank goodness that is very far away from my home system. We are going to be sure to keep an eye on that, but thank goodness again it is not near my empire. I turned all L gates. Actually, L gates have been turned down. Any kind of gateways, all of those have been turned down. Tomb world preference. Yeah, none of my species have a tomb world preference. And we have a hive species that is the closest at 50% tomb world preference, but we can't even use them to colonize other planets. Yo, what? So now it's changed the name. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So now the name of this the planet has been changed as well. Cool stuff. But again, yeah, we can't colonize that right now. At least I'm not trying. You know what? Maybe I will just see what happens if we colonize the world. And I'm just curious, for the sake of the situation. Excuse me, I've never really colonized a planet that had like low habitability. Or even zero habitability at that, for that matter here. But let's send our best species to live on this world. And so I'm going to go with the least problematic one, and let's give it a shot. And so this planet offers low habitability for the selected species. Colonization is still possible, but all pops can suffer an increase in upkeep and resource usage. And so, you know, maybe I will get a start on this planet, and hopefully we'll get some technology here to terraform this world later. But for now, I guess we'll just name this planet. Let's give it a bird-themed name. How about Talons Butch. Talons Butch. There we go. This is going to be our third planet that we colonize. Probably not the best planet to colonize, but we'll go for it. At some point, PDX should explain in lore terms how the Racket became so damn adaptable. I also suspect they are behind the Rubricator business. Speaking of Rubricator, we completed the Rubricator situation, but right now we have a dragon of very powerful proportions just hanging out here right now. And so we're not able to take that back yet, but that dragon is currently holding the Rubricator. On top of that, though, we got 3 empires that we are observing. I kind of want to check out my subjects here in a second. Let's see what all we got. And so let me find my empire, the Beakborn Dominion. And let's take a look at our first subject here. Good stuff, good stuff. Let me see what our current agreement is set to. And so they're just a regular empire. I'm going to restrict their voting a little bit, see what that does. That's actually going to decrease our monthly loyalty. It'll kill your planet. Plasma is your friend. What will kill my planets? What are you referring to? And so here, yeah, I think we'll keep this all the same for now. I kind of wanted to take away from their voting, but I also don't really want to decrease our monthly loyalty. And so let me go back and check out some of our other subjects and see if we have a chance of changing their agreement as well. And so here's this. Let's see. Okay, and so I can agree to join them in any wars that they are a part of. Sure. But this will restrict their voting, and so it seems like a fair deal. You know what? I could probably squeeze some advanced resources from them. Oh, that would hurt. Let's squeeze the advanced resources from them. And so they're not going to like that, but it's not enough to actually destroy our monthly change. It'll keep it right at 0, and then we're going to look at our third subject now, our new subject. And let's see about this agreement here. And really, I'm just trying to take away the voting rights for these guys, but I'm agreeing to help them in any wars. I don't think these empires will be warmongering, but if they do, we'll have a federation prepared to help us. And so these guys are actually a protectorate empire. And so, you know what? Even if this does decrease opinion with them, we can't even afford to change this because we don't have enough influence to do so. The dragon will eat the space station and burn the planet to a crisp. Copy that. Copy that. And so, yeah, they've already destroyed they destroyed one of my scientists. Actually, the scientist got away. Usually it's destroyed, but they did manage to get away. And, you know what? Let's go for our next tech in physics. Let's go for the mining drone lasers. We'll give this a shot here, and we'll see what it does. And so we got an agreement that has been changed. Now this subject has lost its voting freedom. It does as we say. It'll vote the way we want it to. And speaking of voting, we are soon to pass our first resolution here, the Readied Shield. Now, the forming the Galactic market is next on the proposal. The curators are reaching out to us now, and they're saying, hey, would you like to continue getting that research speed bonus at the cost of 2,000 energy credits? I say yes, let's do it. And so outside of that, let's see about asking about the mysteries of the galaxy. And I want them to tell us about the Ether Drake. And so they say the Ether Drake species is ill-suited to life in our universe. The last dragon is strong, but not invincible. All right. And so we're gonna say, okay, cool. We want to know, tell us how to defeat it. And we'll see what he says. And so this is, wow. So if I ask it this is going to give us the Draconic Beats modifier that increases damage to the Ether Drake by 25%. So I've always remembered the situation, but I don't know if I remembered it giving us that extra damage to the Drake. And so it says that its scales respond to percussive rhythms. Now, to be more precise, certain frequencies have a relaxing effect on the subdermal musculature, controlling the positioning and shock absorption of the scale plates. Now, a reflex that once played a key role in the Ether Drake's societal interaction is a clear and obvious weakness. Adjusting the firing positions of your vessels according to a particular rhythm will greatly increase the damage you can inflict on the last dragon. It was never meant for our age. Put it out of its misery. And so now, yes, we get a nice little bonus to the Ether Drake, but I don't think it'll be enough to take it down. And yeah, when it has that death icon, I try to get my fleet's power up to at least about 20, maybe 25k before we can, we got a missing scientist. Oh, nope, our Paragon is still safe, thank goodness. And so the Beakborn have broken their embassy offer. I'm gonna say no, keep it. We need you. And ladies and gentlemen, we are getting close to our final year before we are gonna be going to war again with the Union of Havenstar. And so let me see, my first fleet is fully upgraded. We're gonna jump over here and you know what is this? Man, this is another goal too of the stream. We're still trying to figure out why this planet is shielded. And eventually we're going to see if we can crack that world open. In the meantime, though, we're going to go ahead and move our fleets forward. Our first fleet, the other is still being upgraded. Another embassy offer. We will take it. Oh, this is a commercial pack. Wow, 42 extra energy credits from this pack there. And so we will definitely take that. And now we are able to build starholds. And so we'll start upgrading our bases. Next up, cruisers. Cruiser ships. We're going to be adding these to our fleets once we finish researching that. Excellent. Very excellent. Let's go to our planets real quick, do a quick planetary skim here, and man, we have built as many industrial districts as we can on this world. Since this planet is not primarily designated to consumer goods, and right now we only have 2 planets that we have colonized so far. It's pretty late in the game. We're 52 years into this game, but we still have not been able to colonize many other worlds just yet. And so in this case here, I'm going to add a civilian industry to this planet. And later on in the game, once we're able to find a world that we can add more not construction ships, but consumer goods to, then I'll start replacing those buildings on my home world. But for now, we need that up. This planet has plenty of housing, plenty of jobs available, and so nothing for me to add here. We still have plenty of metallurgists to add to this world as well, so we'll come back to that planet later on. Yeah, this planet has a lot of room to grow. And so we got a migration treaty with lithoids, and yes, we will definitely agree to that. Let me see if now we can colonize these planets, and we sure can. We have a species that has a desert world preference, but this will be great. 70% habitability, and for this world, while it may not be a bird species that is colonizing it, this is going to be the first species that is not our Beakborns, but we'll name this one, let's see here. How about, give me a good bird name. How about Robin Red? Sure. Planet Robin Red is going to be our 4th planet that we colonize. Right now we are in the process of colonizing a planet that has 0% habitability for my species. We have another trait, or we have another tradition. We're going to continue down this prosperity tradition tree, going on the right side with buildings and districts having their cost and build speed increased. Or no, what do we want? Let's go for the upkeep instead. And so administrative operations, it says, as our empire continues to grow, eliminating corruption and inefficiency is of critical importance. These credit drains must be plugged. And so we're going to run our empire more efficiently with this tradition here. It decreases building upkeep and district upkeep. And we have a lot of those right now between our 2 planets. So continuing down that prosperity tree. Next up, we have a civic available. We can now reform our government, but we're gonna have to wait because we just spent a bunch of influence or unity, but it's not gonna cost me a whole lot. And so yeah, here in the future, we're gonna have to think about a civic to add to our empire. But yeah, we'll cross this bridge a little bit later on. And so we'll cancel all that for now. And we'll save that once we have enough unity. My Eyes of Lavender High Ambassador has a veteran level. And let's see, we got a couple of options here, but I think I'm gonna go for Industrialist. This gives me an extra 5% resources from jobs and decreases amenities from my pops. And so we'll get squared away with that. We got another favor as well that we are gonna just add to save later on when we want to use those in the Galactic community. And so here we have a couple of insight technologies that we can research. And it says that we'll gain satisfying insults, gains a benefit for insulting other empires every 5 years. Okay, so there's that option. We could decrease empire size effect and add 0.5 envoys. I think for now, I could increase my leader capacity. That sounds like a win. Let's go for the collective self technology next. Giving us another leader sounds like a very nice bonus there. So here I'm going to upgrade the system capital complex building on my homeworld. And that planet is starting to get a little full. And so we'll keep our eye on that. This world has increased the amenities. And so that is a good turn of events for this planet. I'm going to see about adding, let me see, are all my, oh yeah, I still got room for soldiers on this planet to be worked. And so that'll get my naval cap up here in a few years once we get more pops growing on that planet. Now, just scoping around here, let's see, we got about 200 days to go on this resolution that is about to be passed, the Readied Shield. It looks like everyone is in favor of it except for our rivals, who we may be able to declare war against now. We sure can. Their fleets are inferior, and now is the perfect time to declare war on these guys. I already got my fleets in way, but man, it is taking them quite some time to get there. And so if we can get a little bit closer to their borders, we're going to prepare to attack these guys. And I think either they just close their borders to us or what. But yeah, here we have a war on a pre-FTL planet, and we're just going to observe it. Not even going to bother with it. I'm going to keep my fleets. I have my Team Bravo fleet staying in our home system. Oh, and what is this? This is a wormhole. Where it goes to, I am not sure. But once my renowned Paragon that is all the way over here, surveying away, what level are they? And so the war on that planet is over, and now a pop has died on one of our pre-FTLs that we're observing's planet. I want to keep an eye on my scientists. Where are they at? Okay, so they're all the way up here, and they are a level 5? 5 out of 10. Well, if it isn't the big cheese. Yeah, what's going on, Old Man Mordaith? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're playing with our bird species here, but guys, if you don't know Old Man Mordaith, check him out. Another phenomenal content creator. Yes, Old Man Mordaith, we've been playing on the official Paradox page for the next coming Wednesdays. We got 2 Wednesdays coming up where we're going to be playing with our cheese theme empire. I'm playing with the other content creator, EP30. And yeah, okay, I'm apparently on an endless loop of ads. Oh, that is bizarre. Yeah, I haven't really tinkered with my ad stuff on Twitch, but oh man, I think right now where we are with Twitch, it's just been kind of an iffy spot. And so I've been feeling some stress. All right. Being a content creator on the Twitch platform, just man. Oh, okay. There we go. Yes. Old Man Mordaith, welcome back. Yeah. For this past Wednesday, we got to stream on the official Stellaris page, and the next 2 Wednesdays, we're going to be continuing a interactive Stellaris playthrough where you guys can vote and sway the decisions in our game. It is really fun how it's been set up so far, and I cannot wait for next Wednesday to continue our co-op game with the content creator EP30. And so we have opposite goals, and yeah, they're kind of, we're almost tearing ourselves apart in a way, but still trying to make our empire succeed at the same time. And so it's been a lot of fun. But yeah, over here with our physics technology, next up, we're going to jump over to quantum field manipulation. This is going to increase energy from our technicians and energy from our star-based constructions, which we don't have too much of this, but we do have a lot of technicians, that's for sure. And so increasing those resources further, let's come back over here, and I want to see what it's looking like here with our robot species. If we're even closer, not at all. Just trying to subjugate them, but we can't. My fleets are almost in position, and ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be preparing for our third war of the game. I now have enough unity to add another trait as well, or another civic, and so we're going to come to that. We're going to cross that bridge here in just a moment. Let's add a trait to my admiral here. And so let's go ahead and increase our naval capacity by another 15%. That's what we've been wanting to do for a while, and we're going to do that now. And now, yes, there it is. The naval capacity is back on track, just in time. We're not going to have any negative penalties going into this war here. And you know what? I want to wait so that we can get in position so that I can take these systems for myself. But it's going to be some expansion time. It's going to be some conquering time here. We're trying to destroy this union of Havenstar. They declared us a rival in the early game. They're still hostile towards us as well. But yes. So I need to know. What do you need to know, Old Man Mordaeth? Let me know. Yo, hold up. Old Man Mordaeth, and anyone that is a Paradox Interactive fan, tell me, have you guys seen all of these new games that have been announced? We got a Star Trek game. We got it looks like a mini 4X Stellaris game on the way. We got like a trash simulator Stellaris space game or something like that. There were like so many announcements that I could not keep up. And so, holy moly, yo, not only are Stellaris fans eating, but just Paradox Interactive in general is just pumping out games. And I'm so curious just to try these out and see what kind of new adventures that we could go with in the future. And so, yeah. If I wish I would have had the links for it. I wasn't prepared for that yet, but man, I took a nap before the stream, guys. And it was such a good nap. I had some trouble getting to the stream on time today. And so I had a schedule for it. I'm sorry I didn't reach it in time, but yo, Cuddle Bluff, what's going on? Or Cuddle Buff. Allsnap, looking forward to your event with EP. Yes. I've done a couple of games in the past with him, but I feel like every time we play together, I feel like we just flow together very well. And I really enjoy playing Stellaris with him as well too. It's nice kind of going back and forth with each other. But yeah, good times also run so far. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Stellaris Light looks interesting. I agree. Do we have any fancy custom council titles? So in this playthrough, not so much. I've just been kind of running with what we have. But in that cheese playthrough with EP30, yes, we do have custom titles. I am so I'm like the leader of what is the Minister of Defense position. We changed it to the Cheddar Champion. And so we have the Cheddar Champion, and the other one is the I can't remember off the top of my head. Being able to customize council titles is the greatest addition. Nice. No, so yeah, not for this one. I have a couple of leaders, but in this game, I will say when it comes to my council, I got this Paragon here, Nazus Demetor. I have not seen this character before, but I gotta say, he's probably one of my favorite. I want to say one of my favorites, not my favorite just yet, but one of my favorite Paragons in this game. And I haven't seen him before until this game here. And so for every system that he surveys, it gives you a chance to find a special resource. But yeah, Cuddle Buff, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. I cannot wait for Wednesday stream next week. I like Kitties and Blobfish Boy. I actually haven't seen the Fish Boy yet, but the scientist Kitties, I like him a lot too. This character is very interesting. He is old as heck, but he shows no signs of dying anytime soon. Actually, let's see if he does have a risk of dying. I know they showed that for some leaders. Let's see here. Yeah, still 0% chance, death chance. Oh, the General Kai. Oh yeah, doesn't that Paragon have like a chance of like abducting pops when they land on worlds or something like that? And as a spy master, yeah, I think I had that one too, and I can't fully remember what they did, but I really enjoyed that Paragon a lot too. And so yeah, here we have enough unity now to reform our government. We had a tradition that we unlocked that gives us another civic to add to our empire. And nah, that is someone else. Kai is all about shadow brokering. No, I don't think I know who that is then. I think I might have had that one mixed up. But yeah, now I'm curious. It makes me excited to come across some more renowned Paragons. But yeah, we got to select another tradition. I say tradition, but I mean civic. And let's see what options we have here. And so, feudal society. This gives us 2 naval capacity per subject empire. Okay, so that we could take advantage of. We do have a lot of migration treaties. The free haven could be juicy. Vault. Oh, are you meaning like build the vault buildings on our, oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Man, what do we go with? Merchant guilds? Give me a second, guys. I got to look through these and decide which one that I think we should go with our... Oh, vaults of knowledge. That's what you were meaning. So it says here that the knowledge, principles, and experiences of exceptional people and dignitized are digitized. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting all kinds of mixed up here. An accumulation in the vaults of knowledge. Citizens can access this source of wisdom and experience to learn from the ghost of the past. Okay. So this says that leaders start at level 1. And it says that you can build a unique Vault of Knowledge building. And it says that the Vaults of Knowledge produce unity and increase leader experience gain based on destiny traits acquired. This will add 1 effective counselor skill. And it says that this allows the unlocking of the council position, Keepers of Knowledge. It says that this will decrease leader upkeep and decrease leader cost as well. This is available for our scientists. Merchant guilds are OP. Finally, useful clerks. So we have the Vaults of Knowledge. We have the, let's see. What else do we have? The mining guilds, or was it the merchant guilds? The building improves every time you get a leader with a destiny trait. Copy that. Clerks are always useful. And so this one is the merchant guilds one. Let me check around and see if there is anything else I may want to maybe like scope out, because we are going a more diplomatic based empire, and so I'm trying to go more diplomacy based if we can. Let's see here, what else do we have? You know, I think I might just give it a shot. It was the first recommendation, Bolts of Knowledge. Let's give it a shot. There it is, our 3rd civic, the Vaults of Knowledge. And so now we have a council position open, another one. Or wait, I thought this one was already open. What's the dealio with this? We had a high ambassador seat, but now we have the, oh, so now it's been changed. You will need to build the vault. Copy that. So the council position will be changed from the high ambassador to keepers of the vault. I like this one, but I think oh man, I want to keep that trust cap. I think we can survive though without the 5 trust cap. And so keepers of the vault, let's give it a shot. Whenever you change your government type, you shuffle your council positions. Copy that. I thought instead it was going to open up like another council seat, but instead it added another council position. And so this will go ahead and give it a swing around and try it out. It looks like I'll also need to, options. Hold up. I may need to release a leader here, or I got to keep the position. Let's see here. Do I have one that is not being used on the council seat yet? That's Feathers of White. Actually, yeah, I can assign one of my scientists. And let's go with the younger one, the 48-year-old Claws of Ivory, which I want to make sure, yep, they're not in the other positions. There we go. Full council position seat here. And so with these guys, let me see. I want to see how their position's going to impact this. Empire effects per skill level. So yeah, just decreasing leader upkeep and leader cost. And with this position, this is for our scientists. And so it says the keepers of the vault are responsible for maintaining vast archives of knowledge stored deep in the vaults and distributing this knowledge to those who seek it. Cool stuff. So kind of like a representative of a empire library. And so we are long due past for wartime, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the Union of Havenstar. They are still hostile towards us. We are going to vote in the galactic community, or not the galactic community, but our federation here to declare war against this empire. And while that takes place, we're gonna make some more claims on some of their systems here. And so we're gonna start claiming some of these more important systems, especially the ones that have already colonized worlds on it. Speaking of colonized worlds, let's start queuing up some armies. I have had yet to build any armies this far into the game, but now we will need to get those ready right away. And so I'm going to queue up about, we'll queue up about maybe 5 on each of these shipyards. Actually, it looks like they just kind of queue along all of them. So we'll just queue about maybe 15 total. There we go. Whenever you change your government, oh yeah. You will need to build the vault. So yes, let's go to our world next. And let's see, I have an open building slot here. Let's find this vault-like building. Oh, here it is. And so the vaults of knowledge. It says here that this produces 7 unity at the cost of some energy credits. Good stuff. Now, what this does is it increases leader experience gain by 1%. Wow, this actually has a lot of modifiers here. Holy moly. Oh, and the fact that we're in a holy covenant. So, yo, Old Man Mordea, can you maybe help me out on this? So, when I built this building, like, what exactly does this all mean? Like, all this stuff, like, right here, what are these modifiers for? Like, fanatic spiritualists, that's what we are. We have planetary unification, we have basking in gratitude, and the holy covenant modifiers. If you or anybody that's in the chat want to tell me what that all it means exactly, this is the first time I'll be building this building. But yeah, we'll get those squared away right now. Okay, and so outside of that, we are now voting yes to declare war in our federation. We have another migration treaty that is being offered towards us, and a research agreement, which we'll take both of those. That's just that is just the unity output and its modifiers. Okay, cool stuff. Cool stuff. All right, so any moment now, we are going to see if we will be at war with this union, and it is go time, ladies and gentlemen. The Federation has declared war, and we are now going to continue our holy crusade against this union of Havenstar. And so right away, I'm just going to plan a course here to attack all of these weaker systems right now. That fleet looks pretty pathetic, and so we don't have to worry about them at the moment, but we will circle back, and we'll get our course planned here. And so the goal right now, I mean, you guys can see my ship right now. It's traveling here. We're going to work our way along all these systems, and then we're going to stop. We're not going to attack this system right here because there's a base right there. Instead, we're going to backtrack along here and work our way up to take these next 2 systems here that we're going to be claiming from these guys. And so just doing a little bit of weather manning there, but the 1% are too little and need a small buff in my opinion. Oh, for the leader experience game, copy that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are attacking their first system, keeping contact with the Feathers of White General. They're in combat, and first system down. Success. The Beakborn continue their crusade here, and so we're going to move on to the next couple of systems, but, oh man, that should be mine. That should be mine. I had claims on that. All right, so this is, oh, there's an end of an empire has been ended. Tragic. That's very tragic indeed. While we got this war going on here, we are colonizing another planet. This is that tomb world that is not very habitable, but we're gonna go ahead and colonize it anyway. The caretakers, they recommended that I colonize this planet for the sake of survival of our species, and so yeah, we got some ship-on-ship action. We outnumber them very heavily, and we are taking advantage of that. And so yeah, let's go back to the Galactic community, see what's going on here. Right now, our main proposal queue is set to forming the Galactic market, which is going to be a yes. We will definitely support that. And so that'll help us buy some more pops here. And actually, let's see if we can start colonizing more worlds. 100% habitability. Hopefully we have a species that can colonize it. Boom, baby. We got some necroids. Or no, these are lithoids. I always get these mixed up, this portrait mixed up with lithoids or with necroids. We have a lithoid species now that can finally begin expanding to other worlds. And for this planet, we're gonna name this one how about just Beak Peak. Beak Peak is our 5th world that we're gonna be colonizing now, and we're gonna be getting to work with that right away. And so here are our aviatress. This is our ruler. She has another trait, and let's give her, let's see, what do we want? You know what? Oh, this one gives me unity, and this one gives me unity from jobs. We're gonna go for the reformer since it increases governing ethics attraction and monthly unity by 5%. That's gonna be a nice bonus. And we have another leader, a renowned paragon. Wow. Wow. Now, if he's surveying or researching an anomaly, he has a chance to increase all research equal to monthly production times 3 if we select this insightful 3. But instead, I think I might go for, let's switch this up for him. Let's give him the observer. Research. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just go for insightful again. Because if I do find any more anomalies, he'll be my go-to for researching that. Now I'm going to jump back to my situation here, and we're going to deselect this task just so that I can get these alerts off my screen. And next up, let's go back to this battle here and see what's going on. I want to make sure I'm not losing too many ships. We got another, I think we're attacking a, wait. Okay, I got scared for a second. There we go. And so we're going to actually change our course here, and let's hit this fleet first, and then we'll start bouncing back this way. Actually, let's get this cleaned up a little bit better. All right, so let's see where the AI moves to. Oh, they're running right at us. So I'm pretty sure that battle was over before it began. And then we're going to work our way back up here. It looks like they're trying to build ships here to keep us distracted. We will not allow it. What we will allow, though, is this embassy offer from the Syntheon Junction. That's a machine species. Interesting. No worries, though, because right now all of our attention is going to be focused on this area. And we have a breeding ground situation. It looks like apparently there's a system. Okay, so this is where all the Tin Yankee are located. There's like a system that has a bunch of Tin Yankee in it. We're not going to bother with them for now, but let's make sure that... No. Here they all are. Hopefully they do not kill my scientist. My renowned paragon. Oh no, that's not my renowned paragon, but still, get out of there. That system's dangerous. And so I'm just going to have them continue surveying around the galaxy, but be careful of the dangers, and hopefully we do not lose any science ships. Now, forming the Galactic Council is on the session in the Galactic community. I don't care too much about the pan-galactic recycling initiatives. This is actually kind of going against what we want right now. And so I'm going to oppose this resolution. You guys got the itches. Let me drink a little splash of water here. And let's go for, yeah, let's increase. I don't want to decrease anything from resources right now in the Galactic community. I'd rather increase. And so I have plenty of favors. I may use them if the time is necessary to make sure that these resolutions go in our favor. Let's jump back over to our fleet management and let's reinforce as many ships as we possibly can. Let's also jump over to my star bases because we can now upgrade these to star holds. And so in particular, you know, I like to select these from our map view mode here. And you know, we're going to start by increasing or upgrading the bases that are near my borders. Now, the ones that have shipyards, I'm going to upgrade those later. And the ones that have anchorages, I'm going to try and upgrade now. And so I got plenty of energy credits. Let's buy some more alloys and upgrade a handful more of these. Let's see, there should be another one. Wow, this system actually has 22 trade value in it. And so I'm actually just going to upgrade that base there, just so that we can get those, that trade value. Yo, Nightmare, welcome back. Yo, we just went to war, but yeah, we are underway with our holy crusade here to make sure these empires know that this galaxy is going to be run by spiritualists, this union of Havenstar. What we're going to do to them next, they're going to regret being our rival. And so here I have this tomb world. Yeah, what's going on, Keo Ryan? We've been colonizing planets. The custodian, the ancient caretakers, they're a fallen robot empire. They recommend that I colonize this not so habitable tomb world. And so I'm just like, you know what? Sure, I'll give it a shot. I'll see what happens. And hopefully we can make this work now. I'm going to see if they're going to reach out to us now that we've colonized this planet and see what they got to say. But yeah, this planet is not habitable at all. And so I guess we could maybe go for some pop growth. Oh, nope, I did not mean to build a holo theater. Let's see, do we have a pop growth building? Have I really made it this far without a gene clinic building? Wow, I sure have. And so, you know what? I might make this a factory world since it does have all of these industrial districts. I have no terraforming technology just yet, so we may have to wait before we can really do anything with that world. But I got 3 strong starbase upgrades on the way. We'll come back to those so that we can increase our naval capacity even further. But yeah, all you've missed so far is we've been at war. This is our 2nd time being at war with this union of Havenstar in this playthrough so far. We have another subject. a pre-FTL species has entered space travel and become a independent empire, or at least they were independent until we subjugated them. And the Galactic community is formed. Our federation is close to reaching level 4, and we already have a new president of this federation, and so that is looking pretty good as well. We went from us having a 40-year presidential term to decreasing it all the way down to 10. And so that can't be changed for another 4 years either. And at that time, we'll have a new Federation president. The Tomb World messed up my people the last time. They get like 10 trait changes, and we are on the vanilla game. Ooh. In this game, guys, I do have all DLC activated as well. And so I don't know how that's going to impact my game, but we'll see what happens. In the meantime, though, let's go back to our claims. Let's see if we can make some claims on some more systems. And I'm actually going to wait until my fleets get back around this side of the galaxy. But we are close to completing our crusade here. And so this is why I like to make claims on these easier systems, because all of these systems we have claims on right now. And if we were to just end this war right away... Where are we engaging hostiles at? Okay, thank goodness. I was like, hopefully that's not taking place in my borders, but we're looking good. We are looking pretty solid here. Now, we got some new engineering technology, and since we only have a handful of planets that we've colonized, we're gonna go ahead and begin the orbital ring technology. Now, let me just double check here. Yeah, I think that'll be a good technology to try out next and better defending our planets. Now, in the meantime, though, we have 11 bases total. One of those, I believe, should be able to be upgraded. Here we go. We got 2 more modules open, and this is going to be more than enough to get that naval cap below its usage where it's at right now. And while we're at it, we'll upgrade this later on as well. Get an army on that world. By the way, mutants exist. Ooh. Are you talking about the world, the Tomb World? Copy that, because I do have armies here, and I can go to this world and send them that way right now. And so Talon's Bunch, or no, Talon's Butch. Apparently there's mutants. We'll send some armies here, apparently, and see if, hopefully we won't have to use them, but we'll land them on that world anyway. Onion rings, yes. Onion rings around our planets. You know what, onion rings sound kind of good right now. Actually, just food sounds good right now. Tomb, yes, like a basic army. Copy that. I will be designating that world to be a factory world later on. But right now, we're going to continue trying to conquer Havenstar. And so next up, we're prosperity. We got some options here. Let's go for the in pursuit of profit. And so the pursuit of profit has become a central tenet of our society. Those who are successful at any kind of enterprise are deeply admired, and the accumulation of energy credits is seen as an extremely worthwhile goal. Now, the effects of this tradition will increase my specialist pop resource output by 5 juicy %. System television, why is there a little union in your empire? That is actually my subject, and so they were a pre-FTL, and then they became a spacefaring empire, and I was like preparing to expand my borders over here, but by the time I got there, they had become their own empire, and so I went right ahead and just like subjugated them, and now I'm getting 45% of their basic resources, and they vote how I choose to have them vote. And so that's the only reason they're there. If I'm playing a diplomatic empire right now, if I was anything else, I would have conquered them already. Yo, Terrible Hamster, what's going on? How's it going, Grand Super Admiral Yang? Yo, I appreciate the titles. But yeah, we're doing pretty solid right now. We're at war once again, and we are trying to conquer this union of Havenstar, or at least just acquire our claims. And so right now we're also preparing to colonize a 4th planet. Actually, we already have. This is planet Robin Red. And so we're doing pretty freaking solid right now. We had the highest diplomatic weight in the Galactic community. I have like 10 envoys. Actually now, okay, so I still have 10, but we have 1 that is available to use, and we're gonna send them here to the Galactic community and have them help out there instead. And so now that's going to increase our diplo weight to 2K. Still, like I said before, we are first, and let's see what's on the Senate floor. We're 700 days away from forming the Galactic market. War is good for business. Yes, war is good for business and good for expansion as well. I was trying to subjugate some machines over here, But yeah, they've been proving to be more of a nuisance. And so their subject has pledged secret fealty to us. But since they have association status with our federation, we have not been able to declare war on them. And so that's been another goal of mine as well, is to try and subjugate another empire. And here we have another faction that's been founded. We won't be looking too deep into that because our main faction is a spiritualist one that we'll be supporting throughout most of the game. Now, a lot of these bases have been upgraded. We're going to add more anchorages to those to increase naval capacity. And with all of these, I may be able to just add a whole nother wave of ships. And so even though right now we are above our naval capacity, I'm just going to queue up a few more ships. Here it looks like just one more Corvette and we'll be good to go. Now let me go through some of these planets here. I want to see if here I got plenty of influence right now. Let's try to make another claim. There we go. We'll squeeze one more claim here. I think there is a planet in this system, and I want to get a closer look to see. Selena 3. I see this is a new colonized planet, and so let me grab a handful of my troops, and we're gonna see if we can. I don't know if this war will even last this long, but we're gonna land our armies on that planet as soon as we can. All right, so we got some new tech. Let's see what we got. More energy credits from technicians. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's go with the hyperspace slipstream technology next. And in the meantime, though, I'm keeping my eye on my ships. We are now voting to offer association status to the enlightened kingdom of Deneb. They were once our rivals. Let me check their relative power. They're a subject, sure. I guess we could vote yes for another member being a part of our federation and strengthening our holy covenant. This is excellent. Most excellent indeed. And so right now my fleets are just sitting here. They're like, yo, there's nothing left of this pathetic species. We're gonna send them in orbit to bombard this planet. And we're gonna be very indiscriminate about it. We're gonna just bombard everything. We're gonna force that planet to surrender through bombardment. And here my subjects are just like, yo, we're just gonna attack their one of their stronger bases. And I'm like, hey, go for it. And that is a base down. Would you look at that? They have 52 Corvettes in that fleet. And so pretty interesting stuff. Planets are marked by Empire flags normally of the galaxy map. Only exemption so far is in war. Copy that. So are you saying, like, if I'm looking at it from a galaxy view mode, and even though I have the system under control, if there's a planet in their control, it'll show their flag instead? Now guys, here I have a governor that has a trait available. And let's go for that charisma tier 2. It decreases some of our edict cost and gives us even more edict modifiers as well. So next up, let's go back to our ships, our bases here. I want to make sure, all right, they're all getting upgraded. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's check out our planets here. My home world has plenty of jobs. Plenty of jobs. Sort of, I think. Copy that. Copy that. Now, yeah, lots of jobs spread out. We have this vault of knowledge building finally queued up here. Beautiful. And guys, this song right here, Among the Ruins, absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. Guys, let me know if I need to crank the music up. I've been watching my past couple of streams, making sure, you know, all things kind of sound okay. And I've been feeling like the sound, the music is a little low. But for me, Stellaris, the music just, it's so glorious. It makes this experience so much better. And so I like hearing it. I want to make sure you guys can hear it as well. And another thing I like are resources. And so we're going to sell some of these here. And let's jump over to our new technology that we have. Our new options here, and look at all of these society technology options we have. So many to choose from. And you know what, since we did just colonize a tomb world, actually, you know what, I gotta go for the vitality boosters. Music is a little too quiet for me here. I'm worried about cranking it up too high right now. Here, I can probably do it this way. All right, so I'm just gonna squeeze it up a little bit, not too high, because sometimes it gets a little high to the point where it blocks my voice out. Some of the songs are a little quiet, some get a little bit higher, but I cranked it up just a couple, and we'll see if that works out. Now, regenerative whole tissue, actually no, I said I was gonna go with the vitality boosters. There we go. There we have it. There we have it. Wonderful, wonderful. We got ships reinforcing our fleets, and Vlur, an extremely powerful subspace entity of some kind, has been encountered in one of our systems. Actually, this is not even my system. This is taking place all the way on the opposite side of the galaxy. And so this will interfere with ship systems, but we don't have anything to worry about because we are not planning on attacking any of those. Now, what is this? Our detection instruments have, for the first time, picked up radio signals emanating from Avian 2. That's going to be this system here. Apparently, I think it's a pre-FTL planet. Now, the industrialized alien civilization has evidently begun experimenting with wireless transmissions. Elsewhere on the planet, reports have come in detailing the launch of basic aircraft. Barring some unforeseen development, this civilization's technological progress will continue at a rapid pace. And so we may be preparing for another pre-FTL species to enter the stars.
Construction online.
In the meantime, though, that is victory. A second victory against the Union of Havenstar. The best possible outcome. And so now our borders look even funkier. All right. Volar drops dark matter harvesting points up to like 10. What? The Valor? Wow. I did not know that. Wow. And so on top of that, we got a black hole system. We got this entire area over here. My subjects, they kind of got in the way and took this system instead. But yeah, we have another habitable world. What else do we have? We have a planet that we got as well with that. Look at this. Holy moly. And so that was a big win right there. We won a war, we won a planet, and a handful of systems. And now I'm going to get this building queued up, and I might have this be my first designated generator world. And so we'll get an energy grid built up on this planet too, but look at that. And so really, I'm kind of tempted to make this a subject, make this its own sector, but we'll get the planet built up and then we'll see how the resources are treating us. Killed him like 3 times. He is both cool and resourceful. Nice. Nice. And so, yo, look at this. Our old rivals are now weakened. Our borders are even bigger, and we grow. We grow stronger. And so let's bring our fleets back to our home system once again. And ladies and gentlemen, we have conquered. I mean, we've pretty much all but conquered the Union of Havenstar. And so now I want to see if I can make them a subject. They are pretty pathetic. Oh, they're still at war as well. And so we're gonna have to wait until they're at peace. But yeah, like I said before, they may not be around much longer. Now here, we are getting another commercial pact. It's giving us 61 energy credits from this deal. That is an absolute win for our empire. We have so many commercial packs. Let's check out the Galactic community once again, see what's going on here. And good stuff here. It looks like, well, we're still voting on that. Oh, now we're voting on, oh yeah, still forming the Galactic market. So that's still underway. My fleet capacity's skyrocketed, and I think I got a handful of planets from that. Holy moly, I got 8 worlds now. Wow, so we actually got a couple of worlds from that empire. Woo! And that actually, it's a much bigger win than I thought. I think we got about, what, 3 more planets from that war? Nice. And so I guess, yeah, right away, we're gonna go ahead and start queuing up our own buildings for these planets and getting to work on these. Wow, this looks good. Yo, Trisha, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Yo, we just won a war. We just got 3 planets and like, I don't know how many systems we got from that war, but yo, the Beakborn are growing stronger. Hopefully you're having a good start to your weekend, as well as everyone that's here in the chat. I'm seeing that our chat is starting to fill up. Guys, I'm Alpha Elite. I play a lot of Stellaris. I play a lot of Paradox interactive games, but right now I've been on a huge large binge. If you like long form content, if you want these longer playthroughs and series and things like that, check out this link here where I update my streams. I turn my camera off. I update my streams after every stream. I would love it if you check it out, just say hello. I like to keep everything more like just campaign related. And so I put together these campaigns, I improvise storytelling, and I like to add some flair to the streams as well. And so I'm on multiple platforms. I'm streaming on YouTube as well. And I would love for you guys just to hang out and have some more fun with us. And so the better the trade market, the better their trade market for an empire, the better the commercial pact for yours, and vice versa. So like the more trade value I have, the more I can get from those commercial gains, or the more they would get from my trade deals. Is that what you're saying? And so for now, yes, on a lot of my worlds, you know, I'm just trying to get some jobs up on these planets for starters. And after that, I'm going to squeeze an energy grid on here so that we can just have a huge surplus of energy credits. And then we'll start determining what else we want to build on these planets. But now this is definitely taking the weight off of my other worlds. That way, you know, yeah, for the time, you know, in the past couple of months, excuse me, I have the hugest itch in my nose right now, and it just won't go away. But for a while, we only had 3 planets, and this 50% tomb world was sort of all we had as like a third world. And so now we have more species, we have more planets, and we're gonna be able to expand our pops much more here. And so I look forward to seeing some growth here between all of these worlds. We're even colonizing another planet as well. But yeah, we are not having a shortage of worlds at all. And so I'm still kind of torn right now between terrible hamster, exclamation point, redeem itch. Nice. And so yeah, we've increased awareness with one of our pre-FTLs. They're in the machine age. Let's see what's up with the diplomacy. And so and nothing I really want to do to these guys just yet, but I want to be careful though, because here in a bit they may be entering the space age, and who knows what will happen after that. The more trade you have, the more they get in the pact, and you get more money from them if they have lots of trade value. Copy that. Right on for the tips and tricks. And yeah, guys, like I said before, if you were here in the chat and you want to share some tips or tricks, or even just talk about the way how you play with your empires, feel free to leave a comment below. I will chat with you. And so we have oh, this empire has broken their migration treaty with us. Okay. All right. I wonder if this is because we're getting closer to their borders, but I believe this is no, it's not the racks. I'm always curious just to see if we can subjugate anyone. It's these guys. And so they're actually pathetic to us. Interesting. But there is a chance though. Want to see where we are. You know what, if we work on our relationship with these guys, you know what? Oh, I just need influence and I could subjugate another empire here. And so that just makes me so excited. That makes me incredibly excited. Subjugating other species. This union of Havenstar, I'm just having such a trouble subjugating them, but I just might have to take their systems from them later on. Right now though, yeah, we are becoming quite a powerhouse here down in the bottom section of the galaxy. We have a powerful federation. When I change my union map mode here, everything that's in this kind of sky blue is either my subject or my ally. And so here, let me make this a little bit easier for you guys to see. Everything from right here on my left side going all the way up through here. And so pretty much just, how can I do this to make this easier for you guys? Everything that's in this section over. There we go. Right above my noggin. So everything in this category right here, this is all one big alliance. And as you can see, we are just taking up a big chunk of the galaxy. Every empire that has declared war against us, we've completely smashed. And so we're continuing doing so. We're just like a steamroll of just pure alliance destruction. You getting max influence from power projection? I'm getting 5 influence right now from, I'm going to assume it's from power projection. And so most of that, yes, is coming from power projection. And on top of that, I can build a handful more ships. And so let's get to work on that as well. Let's go to our fleet manager. And speaking of, yeah, power projection, let's increase that power projection. And so I think I have cruiser technology. And so we'll go ahead and get to use with that. And I'm gonna go ahead and get a third fleet built up here, because let me make sure I have two fleets right now. I can get a third one up and recruit a third admiral. And so once again, we're gonna jump back over here we're gonna go to ship designer first. And for my cruiser here, now this is where I get a little tricky with. I'm gonna add the basic strike craft to these to take on the smaller corvettes. And I wish I would have checked the battle reports after, because I want to make sure that I'm keeping an eye on the other ship's weapons. But for now, we're gonna go with nuclear missiles like we've been doing before. And for our medium weapons on our broadside bow, we'll add lasers. And so a little mixture of ship design here. We're gonna autocomplete this, and we're gonna just add another plate steel armor to this. Boom. This is our cruiser design. We're gonna jump back over to our fleet manager, and let's start adding these to our fleets. And so Team Alpha is going to get a cruiser. We'll give them 2 cruisers at that. Team Bravo, same thing. We're going to add some cruisers here as well. Actually, that was a destroyer. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, so we're going to reinforce all of these. And there we have it. Two cruisers, one destroyer, and one corvette are being reinforced to all of our fleets right now. What is the difference between flak and the other one in point defense? So let's take a look at that right now. That's actually a question I was asking before, but it says here that flak battery does damage to shield, or does shield penetration and shield damage, but it does not do a lot of armor damage, whereas the sentinel point defense does actually, you know what? Maybe I should have, a good call on this one. Maybe I should have more point defense than flak batteries, because the AI tends to build more armor than shields in this game. You know what? Maybe I'll just have one of both. Let's give that a shot. And so actually, I can't upgrade this yet. We'll have to upgrade it after we finish building these types of ship designs. But yeah, one does more damage to shields, the other does more damage to armor, and they both shoot down missiles. I think one targets like the smaller like corvette ships. And so here it is, birth of the galactic market, a de facto galactic trade unbound by the performance of international diplomacy has existed since we first discovered that we are not alone in the universe. As new borders are discovered and old ones withdrawn across the galaxy, galactic leaders agree that it is time to legitimize this commercial forum so that all may benefit. In the coming years, independent traders and government agencies will be looking to establish a quasi-centralized hub for galactic commerce. We should surely benefit were this hub to fall within Beak Minion space. So we can choose to promote one of our worlds for this purpose, and we will say understood. And this gives me the decision to nominate one of my worlds for the Galactic Market Hub. All right, on top of that, yo, ladies and gentlemen, our federation, our new federation president, the Beakborn Dominion. Guys, I'm Alpha Delete. I'm going to stop this stream here, but we are back as president of our federation. I wanted to get this federation to level 4 this run, but it looks like we're gonna have to go to the next one. We've done some conquering, all right? We have pretty much just made this union of Havenstar no longer a threat anymore, but we have pushed their borders pretty far in, and now we may have this overlord subject relation here that I may be targeting next. These machines have subjugated this union, and we're like, yo, that's not right. We're spiritualists. We can't watch another organic species being overrun by a robot species. And so we're gonna go ahead and launch this agenda for starters. We're gonna select a new one before we wrap this bad boy up, but let's go with, let's see, we got some options here. Let's go for open arms. This will give us some pop growth from immigration, since we do have a lot of migration treaties. But yeah, guys, like I said before, this is the Empire of Feathers playthrough. For everyone that's hanging out with us today, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm about to shut the stream down over there. And so if you're watching, thank you so much for hanging out with us in that stream here. Let's look for somebody to raid this evening before we head out. And guys, like I said before, hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening now. I see a couple of people online that I think I may want to do a raid for, and this is going to be a tough decision, but I know the perfect person. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be dropping a raid for Meowpenheimer, who's playing some Diablo. But guys, again, like I said before, we're going to be continuing the stream tomorrow evening, or it'll be like late afternoonish, and so tune in for the update on my YouTube channel. I like to schedule my streams afterwards. But yeah, until then, we're going to be continuing this Empire of Feathers stream tomorrow. So guys, I'm heading out of here. Have a wonderful Friday, and I will see you all on Saturday. Alpha out.